Defensively for the Eagles, Luke Mulder, Logan Kelderman, and Zach DeVries up front. Cody Boonder, Isaac Kack, Drew Gietings, and Joel Deal are the linebackers. Bennett Spronk and Ian Stravers are the corners. The safeties are Eric Mulder and Peyton Ritzer. On the offensive side for I-35, Jace Bedwell is the quarterback, Logan Cassidy the running back, and Chase Darst the fullback. A 4-wide receiver look, at least to start. Cade Ward, Cale Day, Cody Boyle, and Dustin George. And the offensive line, Caleb Hobart, Christian Roquet, Riley Snell, Jack Maskey, and Sam Vonamy. You'll hear a lot of the same names on the defensive side of the ball. Vonamy, Maskey, Snell, and Hobart are up front. Roquette, Darst, Ward, and Nick Steinledge are the linebackers. And the defensive backs are Dustin George, Bedwell, and Cassidy. And those are the starting lineups presented by Menninga Pest Control. Sean and his team want to kill your bugs. Call 628-3198 for Menninga Pest Control. Dan Branderhorst in the driver's seat of the Gator, and Dale Dewar, the voice of the Eagles, is in the passenger seat as they bring Pella Christian onto the field today. Dale, as you know, is battling cancer. May or may not know, but I know Eagle fans do know, as Dale goes to grab one of the flags. And so good to see him out there. This has been a really, really tough battle for Dale. He is a great man, a great supporter of Pella Christian, not just athletics, but the entire community at PC. And, boy, he's going through some tough times. Great to see Dale out there tonight. Pella Christian is all the way out of the field. I-35 is already lined up on the far sideline. That must mean that it's about time for the national anthem. Let's quick give you the game time temperature presented by Van Haften Plumbing and Heating. Told you it was gorgeous. 68 degrees, partly cloudy, but it is a beautiful night for high school football. Our game time temp presented by Van Haften Plumbing and Heating, your local cooling and heating experts. You'll rest easy when you pick up the phone and hear Van Haften's. Pella Christian and I-35 right around the corner on KNIA, KRLS.com.
Let's talk hybrids. LG Seeds has a product lineup unlike any other. With our global research program, we evaluate hundreds of thousands of hybrid combinations, so only the best seed reaches your field. We call it innovation. You can just call it results. It all comes back to a mentality we share with our growers. Strive to be better. Stop at nothing. Get down to business at lgseeds.com.
Michelle Jones of Pella couldn't be happier with the work that Mike Blom, Cabinet Design of Pella, and Wood Harbor Cabinetry did throughout her new home.
Even in things with the house sometimes that weren't even his area, he would help me with them, even though he wasn't necessarily getting paid for it, just because he just genuinely cared for and had a passion for the project, wanted it to turn out right. I would recommend him to anyone.
Cabinet Design of Pella with our written 100% satisfaction guarantee.
If you got a skunk going through your junk, call Menninga Pest Control.
If you're having problems with skunks, raccoons, possums, groundhogs, or any other nuisance wildlife, you don't have to call the DNR. I have a nuisance wildlife permit, which allows me to trap and remove these unwanted animals from your property. I am Sean with Menninga Pest Control, and I want to kill your bugs.
Call 628-3198. Menninga Pest Control.
What type of healthcare specialist are you looking for? From dermatology and pain management to orthopedics and plastics, we have you covered. Knoxville Hospital and Clinics currently has over 25 visiting specialists that hold clinics in Knoxville. Your healthcare is our priority, and we are here to bring care close to where our patients live and work. Our visiting specialists provide consultation, treatment, and surgical procedures right here in Knoxville. For more information about the visiting specialist at Knoxville Hospital and Clinics, call 641-842-1555.
For 85 years, Marion County Bank has been locally owned, and we continue that tradition today. We've worked hard to become the premier bank in Marion County by serving the needs of individual customers and local businesses alike. We offer the latest in online and mobile banking services while striving to give you the personalized service you've come to expect from your community bank. Stop in or visit us online for all your financial needs. Offices in Pella, Knoxville, and Melcher, Dallas. Marion County Bank, member FDIC.
Indoor enthusiasts feel relaxed, comfortable, and happy in the great indoors. You can be one too, with the perfect air that comes from a reliable and high-efficient Lennox home comfort system from Van Haften Plumbing and Heating. And what'll make you even more of an indoor enthusiast is the $1,350 you can save when you purchase a qualifying new system through the Lennox Fall Rebate Program. It's underway now, so call now to get on the schedule. Look up Van Haften Plumbing and Heating in your favorite search engine, then rest easy when you pick up the phone and hear Van Haften.
If you're one of the many finding yourself with a little extra time, this may be just the time to start a home project, consolidate debt, or finance a purchase you've been waiting to make. That's why at See First, we're introducing a new home equity line of credit. It's our Flex HELOC, and it puts you in control with a great rate and the customization you need. Through our online application, get quick access to your funds. Check out our new HELOC offer today. Call, stop in, or go to c1stcu.com for details. Where together is better. Equal housing opportunity and NCUA insured.
Welcome back to Pella Christian Football, powered by Bank Iowa on KNIA-KRLS.com. We're on the KRLS2 stream. But if you have found us, you already know that, because that's the only way at this point you could be accessing it. Don't think they've got the YouTube stream fired up quite yet, but glad to be able to be a part of that coverage as well again this evening as the Eagles live streaming all of the home football games this year. I'm sure that'll continue into other sports as well, and we'll have our audio coverage from KNIA KRLS right along with the video on YouTube. Trevor Castle, J.D. Bohr, the captains will be making their way out to the 50-yard line here momentarily. They must not, these officials must not care about the COVID procedures. Okay, all right, now they're going to bring just one of them out there.
There you go.
Hadn't seen that previously. The others have just been bring the one all the way out to the 50-yard line.
Yeah, a lot of weird things going on in COVID. A lot of adjustments made across the state and with the officials, and I think overall they've done an outstanding job, and certainly just a blessing and a pleasure to be out here, watch these guys play some football. So excited for that.
Pella Christian won the opening toss, deferred. I-35 will take the football, and the Eagles will be kicking off from south to north. They'll be kicking away from Highway 163 to Interstate 35. That's a long boot, but you can do it here tonight as the Roadrunners have made the, by my guesstimation, about a 1-hour trek from Truro to Pella for this Class 1A District Showdown. Games will be following along tonight on the Marion County Bank radio scoreboard include Pella against North Polk. That is a 7:30 start right across town, couple of miles up the road. Andrew Schneider and Randy Sikkema are there. Knoxville is at Nevada tonight. Indianola hosting Urbandale. Big one in the district, number 8 Pleasantville hosting Central Decatur. We've got the Trojans in a couple of weeks after a trip to Mount Ayr next week. And number 1 Class 2A PCM is at Sadell tonight. Those are the other games on the networks on KNIA, KRLS, and KNIA-KRLS.com. And we'll be following along on the Marion County Bank radio scoreboard. Time now for the opening kick presented by Dutch Mill Supply. Pella Christian's Jack Fancher, the sophomore, has it teed up at the 40-yard line. And I-35 has one deep man back to return, and that's Logan Cassidy. Get used to that name, JD. He's averaging an eye-popping 17 yards per carry. That number's going down tonight, I promise you. But I saw him a year ago. He's got some speed.
Yeah, that's outstanding. Just a cool 17 yards every time you give the ball to number 3.
Interestingly, or unbelievably, I-35 averages a first down on every offensive play. Ball is in the air, and high school football is underway. It's Cassidy from the 12. Big hole right up the middle. He cuts to the near sideline at the 35, out across the 40, and finally dragged down at the 45-yard line by Drew Geetings. They'll give him forward progress out to the 46. So Coach Cack was talking about the kick return coverage in our pregame show and how they did so well against that the last couple of weeks. This one, a short kick. Cassidy, a good return.
Yeah, I didn't think Pella Christian really did an awesome job of filling lanes there. Cassidy did a nice job of finding a hole. And we talked about the explosive offense. Now they only got 54 yards ahead of them, so work cut out for the defense here.
Out of the shotgun, Jace Bedwell tosses it to Cassidy left side. He's met in the backfield and swarmed under for a loss of 5. A moment ago, the opening kick presented by Dutch Mill Supply in Pella, your only locally owned lumberyard and building material supplier.
Yeah, they start the drive here by pitching it out to Cassidy, and they pitched it to the left side, and Luke Mulder was there to meet him for a big loss. Get some help from Drew Geating, so a good start there from the defense.
Boy, Luke Mulder, what a terrific season. He's already got 17 tackles on the year. That is his 7th tackle for loss. And they go back to the ground on a handoff, and it's Cassidy straight ahead running into Eagle territory. And he's near first down yardage all the way to the 44-yard line, so he gets 15 yards or 14 3/4. It's 15, move the chains. Big hole right up the middle.
Yeah, still less than 17, but you don't want to see too many of those 15-yard carries on 2nd and 15. Nice hole opened up. We talked about the offensive line from I-35. There's some big boys. They opened up a nice hole there, and Cassidy's got some speed. You can see that. You mentioned it. He hits the hole really hard, and they get their first down here of the drive.
They go out of the pistol with the running back to the right, and then a toss to the right for Cassidy. Gets to the edge, cuts back towards the middle. Nice shifty move to get a couple of extra yards to the 40, a pickup of 4.
I think one of the strengths of Pella Christian's defense is that they're fast. You know, they're going to swarm to the ball. And this is the second play in a row that I actually think it worked against them a little bit. These aggressive linebackers from Pella Christian are kind of overrunning the play, hitting a hole really hard. And Cassidy's got the speed. He's just going to run right by him. And he's done that a couple times. And this time he only gets 4, but it's still a pretty good run. I-35 is going to take that if they can get it.
2nd down and 6. Opening drive of the game. I-35 has it at the Pella Christian 40. And they go back to Cassidy on the ground on a left side run. And this time he's hitting the backfield and dropped. Drew Geating's flying around the edge to make the tackle. Trevor Castle, J.D. Bull with you. We're live inside the Pella Real Estate Services radio broadcast booth. And J.D., it'll be 3rd and 7.
Yeah, big 3rd down here. I imagine it's 4-down territory here for I-35. But I tell you what, you know, this is fun. I love doing this, and we got a great view here looking out over the field. We got cornfields in the background. This is Iowa high school football at its best right here.
I-35 has only punted 4 times this year, and I certainly wouldn't try a field goal from here, but they have not kicked a field goal yet all year. Here's a play-action fake, and wanting to throw, steps up, rolling out to the left, gets a block, under some pressure, and sacked. Back at the 47-yard line, the Eagles take Chase Bedwell down for a loss of 5, and 4th down, it looks like the punt team coming on.
Yep, Isaac Kakmarinsky was there to wrap him up and make the sack, but really a team sack. Coverage was good, the pressure was good, Bedwell had to scramble around, and ultimately they bring him down and take him out of 4-down territory, and now we're going to see a punt.
Christian Roque for just the 5th time this year. He's averaging 30 yards per punt. This is a low snap. It's bobbled. Roque is under pressure. Picks up. He'll run 40s at the 50 and driven out of bounds at the 45-yard line. He ends up running for 2 yards. But that is a big play for the Pella Christian special teams. The Eagles will take over at their own 45-yard line.
Yeah, that's the little things coaches always talk about. We talked about it earlier. You know, we're 4 minutes into the game. We already got one of those playing a big role here as the snap was low. Roque had a hard time handling it. I'm sure the big fella, Roque is a lineman, by the way. I'm sure he was excited to run the ball.
That's actually his 3rd carry of the year. I don't know if they've had similar problems on the punt team. But now Pella Christian takes over in a 0-0 game. 8 minutes and 44 seconds remaining in the first quarter, and it's 1st and 10 at their own 45. Right to left for the Eagles in maroon and gold. And Isaac Kack standing at his 40 takes the snap, and he keeps it running straight ahead, gets a yard. They ran the zone read. Kack kept it. He lost the ball, but the official says he was down. It's 2nd and 9.
Yeah, Isaac Kakmarinsky, the quarterback, he's actually the leading rusher for Pella Christian on the season. Faking the sweep. He does a really good job between the tackles, but that time I-35 is ready for it.
Pleasantville leads Central Decatur 6-0 on an instant radio update. 0-0 here, and it's 2nd down and 9. Kack to throw, lobs it up, far sideline, and he just overthrows his intended receiver, Caden Van Dyke. Incomplete, 3rd and 9.
Last week, Caden Van Dyke had two catches. He went for 76 yards, and then he went for 77. That time they went over the top again to Caden, but just a little bit out of his reach. brings up a third down here for the Eagles.
Well, when you got a guy with that kind of speed and a quarterback that can get it out there, take the shot.
And Isaac has really done a nice job of trusting his receivers and putting them in spots that they can make plays.
Here's a 3rd down and 9 for the Eagles at their own 46-yard line in a 0-0 ball game. They spread the field with 5 wide receivers. Now send a man in motion. It's Boonder. They fake the handoff. Cack runs straight ahead into a brick wall. It's actually a wall of white, red, and blue-shirted road runners of I-35. Cack loses 3, and here comes the PC punt team.
Man, I tried to pick out a number there from I-35, but it was about 3 or 4 guys that were there to meet Isaac Kakmarinsky right away. I tell you what, that's a good-looking defensive line that the Roadrunners have. Like you mentioned earlier, nobody has scored on those guys.
Aiden Stoltz on to punt for PC, the sophomore averaging 31 yards per punt, standing at his own 28-yard line. He's got 3 blockers, and it's a really nice kick. High punt, and it's dropped. Ball's on the ground. Fight for the ball at the 32-yard line. Cassidy couldn't handle it. He finally gets on it. He just beat Drew Geetings to the ball, and I-35 dodges an early bullet. They'll start at their own 32.
Yeah, you said it was a great punt, one of those spiraling high punts from Aiden Stoltz, and Cassidy just misread it, I guess, and came up a little short on him, and honestly, I-35 was lucky to get back on top of that one, as it looked like some Eagles were around it, but he showed some hustle and grit to get to the ball.
Glad to have you along on KNIAKRLS.com, and those watching on YouTube enjoying our audio commentary. Trevor Castle, J.D. Bohr with you as Cassidy gets the handoff, and he's out to the 35 to the 36-yard line before he's brought down after a short gain. Well, maybe get 4 to bring up 2nd down and 6.
Yeah, you know, that's a pretty nice run if you're I-35 to get him started, and from Pella Christian, it's pretty obvious that I-35 is going to try to establish the running game. They've had great success doing that, and PC is going to have to continue to bring guys in. I believe that was Kyle Branderhorst on the tackle.
We don't have a 71.
Yeah, he's changed up his number, and I might be wrong on that too.
2nd down and 6 rather, and back to the ground with Cassidy. Bounces it to the near side, out near the 40-yard line. That's good for another 4-yard gain to bring up 3rd and 2. Cassidy, 6 carries, 21 yards.
Yeah, this time they run Cassidy off the right side. They're trying to run away from Luke Mulder, and Luke Mulder ran all the way to the sideline.
Wouldn't you be trying to run away from Luke Mulder too? You were coaching the Roadrunners?
It took about one play for them to realize, yeah, we should go the other way. He's a problem back there, but he's going to be around the ball all night, and he made a nice tackle there.
3rd down and 3 after gains of 4 and 3 for Cassidy on 1st and 2nd down. They send 2 receivers left, 1 to the right in a scoreless game, and back to the ground with Cassidy they go. 1st down and more across the 45 out to the 46-yard line for a gain of 7.
Yeah, I was interested in the play call that they went there. Okay, it's 3rd and 3. Do they trust their run game to go to the ground again, or are they going to put the ball in the air? And clearly they're going to trust their run game. They're going to put the ball in Cassidy's hands when they need a big play, and he does it for them there.
Already halfway home in the 1st quarter, in case you missed it, presented by the veterinarians at Tri-County Veterinary Clinic. I-35 crossed into Eagle territory on their opening drive, but punted, and they bobbled the punt snap. That gave Pella Christian great field position, but the Eagles went 3 and out, punted it back. And now Cassidy takes I-35 into PC territory again with the 6-yard run, and it'll be 2nd and 4, in case you missed it, presented by the veterinarians at Tri-County Veterinary Clinic.
Yeah, early on here, we're seeing a heavy dose of Logan Cassidy. It's been about almost every single play that they've turned around and handed him the ball. And for the most part, it's been working for him, so Pella Christian's going to have to find an answer to that.
2nd down and 6. And Bedwell out of the pistol, hands it off to Cassidy, straight ahead run again. He gets his way to the 45-yard line. That's good for a gain of 3. 9 carries, 36 yards, and 3rd down and 1, where the Roadrunners are 1 of 2 in this game. 4:50 remaining in the 1st quarter. Pella Christian 0, I-35 0, and the Roadrunners have a 3rd and 1.
This will be a fun play here. 3rd and 1. I don't know if it's 4-down territory, but
Nick Steinledge is in the game at tailback as they go under center for Bedwell. And it's a quarterback sneak, straight ahead run, and he's got 2 yards to the 38-yard line and a first down.
Good job there from I-35. They got a good athlete. Jace Bedwell's a good athlete there at quarterback, and they use him to pick up a first down, and now it's a couple first downs in a row. We haven't seen the explosive 17-yard carries, but one thing is certain in this 6-7 minutes that we've been at this, I-35 is a good team.
And they're big up front. They're physical up front. And this is going to be a war down in the trenches tonight for sure.
It's going to be a grinder out here.
First down and 10 at the Eagle 43-yard line, left to right. And Bedwell wants to throw. Quick pass to the 40-yard line. Catch is made. And an immediate tackle by Kakmarinsky at the 40. A 3-yard gain for Cade Ward to bring up 2nd and 7.
Yeah, I think I-35 is just trying to keep Pella Christian honest there, going to the air. Picks up a short gain. But they are getting yards, just about every play. And eventually, if you're Pella Christian, we got to find a way to push them back a little bit, put them behind in the chains.
Another instant radio update. Urbandale 6, Indianola 0. Our score is 0-0 as the Roadrunners are huddling up. Taking a long time in the huddle. Play clock is down to 4. And I think we're going to get a timeout here. Almost certainly are.
Yep.
And this might also be our official timeout presented by LG Seeds. We'll keep it here during this timeout because we got to give some thanks to our friends at delivery.com. JD, a little Yamato Steakhouse delivered right to the press box tonight. Got to love our friends at delivery.com for a good dinner to get us ready to rock and roll tonight.
Can't beat that, man. I show up here to have a good time and call a football game and get a meal. It's awesome.
So you went with the teriyaki bento box, right, from Yamato?
Sounds right.
Yeah. I had the beef fried rice. Probably, sushi and all that, probably not real easy press box food. We went with stuff that's a little more manageable, but
it's awesome.
Hey, they'll deliver it to your home, your office, and tonight our office is the press box. They'll even bring it there. Delivery.com. Fast, fresh food from Pella Restaurants delivered right to you. Thanks to our friends at Delivery.com for a great dinner tonight to get us set for a great football game tonight. Pella Christian and I-35, and so far it's been when I-35 has had the ball, they're just keeping it on the ground. They're trying to move north and south, and they've got a 2nd down and 7 out of this timeout at the Eagle 40.
Yeah, the Roadrunners have done a really good job of sustaining drives here early on. Their first drive, I think they maybe 1 or maybe 2 first downs on their first drive, and now they already got a couple first downs on this second drive. So not the big plays that they're probably used to, but they're still able to move the ball, and Pella Christian's defense is going to have to find a way to slow them down here.
Ball's at the 40. They've got 3 wide receivers, 2 left, 1 to the right. Quarterback Bedwell on the pistol, and it's a quarterback power. Right side run, bounces it to the outside, trying to get around the corner left side and cannot. Gets 1 yard to the 39. The speed of the Eagles defense showing there.
Yeah, Bedwell took it to the right side, bounced it around, made a couple guys miss, took it to the left side, but it didn't matter where he went. There were Eagles there chasing him around, using that speed to take him down.
So now a 3rd down and 6. They are 2 of 3 on 3rd downs. They've picked 2 up on this drive so far. Same formation. And Bedwell hands it off to Cassidy straight ahead. 1st down and more inside. Now they'll say down at the 30. That is a 9-yard gain. They're running right between the center and the guards, just straight up the gut. And a gain of 9 and a 1st down.
Yeah, I-35 has got a big line that's opening up holes. Cassidy's a running back that's going to hit it hard and out of the pistol formation. They also bring out a fullback, Chase Darst, number 8, and that dude is physical. You could see him leading that play, hitting the hole hard, and leading a block for his running back.
So 1st and 10 at the 30 and a 0-0 game between Pella Christian and I-35. Cassidy off right tackle is drugged down at the 28-yard line. This is really the 2020 version of what would have been old school I formation power football, JD. It's still fullback leading the way. It's just out of the pistol rather than under center.
Yeah, it really is. It's smash mouth football. Back in the 80s and 90s, you would see the wishbone quarterback under center, maybe motioning some guys, and this is really the same thing. Like you mentioned, the quarterback right now is just standing in the shotgun and He's got the easiest job on the field, just handing it off left to right.
2nd down and 8 from the 28. This is a toss to the left side for Cassidy, trying to get around the edge. Now, Luke Mulder just not going to have that from his right defensive end spot. They've tried to go toss sweep left twice, and both have gone for negative yardage. That's a loss of 1.
Yeah, sometimes I catch myself and I go, man, it feels like we're talking about Luke Mulder a lot. Can we talk about somebody else? But, man, he's there all the time. I mean, that was just an outstanding play of shedding the block. They tried to pitch and get outside of him, and Luke could shed the block, and he's got the speed to chase him down to set up a big 3rd down.
And it sets up a 3rd and 9. Roadrunners from the 29, play action fake. Bedwell setting up a backside screen to Cassidy, and he was under pressure, throws it incomplete, and it is 4th down coming up. And once again, Luke Mulder in on the play. Now, it was designed to let the Eagles get to the quarterback, but PC got in so fast, Bedwell didn't have a chance.
Yeah, if he would have completed the screen, he probably would have he might still be running into the end zone right now. But that time, the quarterback had no chance to even see where his running back was. He just tossed it away. Now you got 4th down. Going to have to be a pass.
I-35 officially is 0 for 1 on 4th down because that bobbled punt snap. And then the rush by Christian Roque ended up counting as a 4th down attempt. This is a more conventional 4th and 9 in a 0-0 game at the Pella Christian 29. And we get another I-35 timeout. That'll give us a chance to give you a Stravers Cellular game reset. The clock reads 1 minute and 6 seconds in a very fast-moving first quarter. It's 0-0 between Pella Christian and I-35, and when we come out of this Roadrunner timeout, it'll be 4th and 9 for I-35 at the PC 29. That's a Stravers Cellular game reset. Stravers Cellular is your locally owned authorized agent for U.S. Cellular and Dish Network in downtown Pella. We've seen them be able to run it straight ahead for 9 or 10 yards. That would seem, JD, to be a pretty gutsy call on 4th down and 9.
Yeah, I think they're going to be in a spot, I-35 is, where they're going to have to get a little creative here, whether it's going to the air, maybe they got a trick play or something up their sleeve. But they're a team that's had so much success on the ground through 3 games, and already in this 4th game have had great success on the ground. But now they're in a position that, they're going to have to try something a little different.
4 wide receivers. Bedwell in the shotgun. He's got Cassidy to his right. Now a slot man comes looping back behind. They fake it to Cassidy. Ball is tipped. Incomplete. They wanted a deep shot towards the end zone near side. I did not see the Eagle defender that got in and tipped it. Incomplete, and PC holds on down.
Yeah, it's actually a freshman, Trevor Veenstra, who came in there. He doesn't always play. I imagine it's just a passing down. They wanted to get more of a pass rush in there, and he did a great job of getting in the backfield, hit the quarterback as he was looking down the field, and that'll be a turnover. So a big play there early on for the Eagles.
And now let's see if the Pella Christian offense can get something going. They went 3 and out on their opening drive. This is a 0-0 game, a minute 1 remaining in the first quarter. 2 runs up the middle by the quarterback Isaac Kakmarinsky resulted in -2 yards, a deep incompletion to Van Dyke, and that was the 3 and out. Now they're back on the field at their own 29 in a 0-0 game. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. Kakmarinsky out of the gun. Long count, takes the snap, rolls near side left. Looking downfield, fires towards the sideline. Catch is made, tiptoes out of bounds after a gain of 11. Eric Mulder moved the chains.
Good play call, good pass from Kakmarinsky, good catch from Mulder. Just an all-around nice-looking play there from the Eagles as Isaac Kakmarinsky rolling to his left. Sometimes it's a hard pass to make, but he puts it right on the money.
And now PC going fast, has it 1st and 10 of their own 40-yard line. Spread the field, 4 wide receivers this time, and Kak takes the snap. Looking right, screen play, and catch is made, turns it upfield, 1 broken tackle, out across the 45 to the 47-yard line. Caden Van Dyke picks up 7.
2 completions there, the rollout, and now a little screen pass. What's interesting is Pella Christian, last week they looked really good putting Bennett Spronk in the backfield alongside Boonder. Today they're really spreading it out 4 wide. Here's a on second down, they're going 5 wide.
3 to the right, 2 to the left. Kakmarinski out of the shotgun, takes the snap on 2nd and 3. Winds it up, fires over the middle. Catch is made, and then a big hit, but holding on at the 35-yard line. That's good for a gain of 18 yards.
Yeah, Pella Christian loves to run the all goes. They put 5 out there. Everybody's going straight down the field. Isaac Kakmarinski reads the defense well, finds Drew Geedings there for a nice grab to set up another first down here for PC. So 3 straight passes. A little surprising, but it's working.
19 yards officially on that play. And now out of the shotgun, they run a play-action fake. Pitch and catch. Mulder at the 25 to the 20. Broken tackle, 15. Dragging a defender at the 10. All the way down to the 5-yard line. A gain of 29 yards for Eric Mulder.
Awesome. Kakmarinski puts it right on the money again, and Eric Mulder is a good-looking athlete at wide receiver.
And that is the final play of the first quarter. Pella Christian knocking on the door when we come back for quarter number 2. 0-0 game live inside the Pella Real Estate Services radio broadcast booth.
At Pella Real Estate Services, they're investing in lives through real estate. Team member Mike Bukite sums up what that means to him in one word.
Coaching in life, in sports, in finances, and definitely in real estate as well. It's very important that you have a good coach, a good life coach, a good real estate coach to really challenge you and to help you and to see things differently.
If you're ready to buy, sell, rent, or invest, call 628-1BUI and visit with any member of the team at Pella Real Estate Services.
The engine in the car goes vroom, 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 vroom. The engine in the car goes vroom, vroom, vroom at Central Tire and Auto.
Central Tire and Auto offers full mechanical work on your vehicle to make sure the engine keeps going vroom, 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 just like it should. If you're like me, you don't know what's wrong, but you know that something is wrong. When that happens, stop and see Sean DeWard and his crew next to Walmart in Pella.
At Central Tire and Auto.
Trevor Castle, J.D. Bohr back to Eagle Lane and back inside of the Pella Real Estate Services radio broadcast booth where it's Pella Christian and I-35 tied 0-0. But Pella Christian with 4 straight Isaac Kakmarinski completions for 66 yards combined are down to the 5-yard line. They've flipped sides of the field. PC now from left to right in a 0-0 game has it on the left hash. 1st and goal at the 5. Kakmarinski in the shotgun has Boonder to his left, 2 receivers left. Kak takes a snap, hands it off to Boonder around the right side, lowers his shoulder and drags a defender down inside the 2 near the 1, a gain of 3 yards.
Good looking run, not a lot there, but Cody Boonder is able to lower his shoulder and pick up a gain still, and now they're at a position here. Couple options, you can put it on the ground with Boonder again. You know, Kakmarinski has the ability to lower his shoulder and finish a run really well, or you always have the big fella that you can just throw it up to.
Out of the pistol with 2 running backs now flanking Kakmarinski. 2nd down and goal, handed off to Boonder, left side run, spins his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Eagles, Cody Boonder from 2 yards out.
Nice play there from Cody. Just an awesome drive there from the Eagles. Every play, you know, was gaining the momentum to put him into the end zone. 4 completions, and then 2 runs there from Boonder to finish it off.
It comes with 11 minutes and 23 seconds left on the second quarter clock. Cody Boonder's 2-yard touchdown scamper. That is his 3rd touchdown rushing this year. The extra point is good, and the Eagles have a 7-0 lead. We'll be back inside the Pella Real Estate Services radio broadcast booth right after this.
Check out some of our hottest deals of the week available right now at the Pella and Knoxville Hy-Vee stores. A 12-count of Hy-Vee Grade A fresh large eggs are only 88 cents. Select varieties of Lane Cuisine or Stouffer's Entree are $1.77 each. And Hy-Vee Angus Reserve Beef T-Bone Steak are just $5.97 per pound. Take advantage of these and other hot deals now through Tuesday, September 22nd at the Hy-Vee stores in Pella and Knoxville.
You've heard the term reverse mortgage loan, but has anyone explained how it can benefit you? If you're 62 or older and have significant equity in your home, Fairway Independent Mortgage Corporation can show you how a reverse mortgage could be used to enhance or extend your retirement. You've spent years putting money into your home's equity. Now a reverse mortgage might be able to convert some of it back into cash while you keep living in your home. Fairway Independent Mortgage Corporation, NMLS number 2289 is an equal housing lender. LO NMLS number 31073. Fairway is not affiliated with any government agency. Materials are not from HUD or FHA and were not approved by HUD or government agency. Youngest borrower must be at least 16 years old. Not all will qualify. Subject to credit and property approval.
7-0 Pella Christian with the lead. 11 minutes and 23 seconds remaining in the first half. Cody Boonder's 2-yard touchdown run, capping off a 71-yard drive that only took less than 2 minutes off the clock. The Eagles were moving quick at the end of the first quarter. Took a minute 43 to go 71 yards. And now the Eagles to kick it away. And Fancher from the 40, little dribbler from left to right, and it's fielded at the 24-yard line, out across the 30, 35, hole for a moment, and then diving out to the 39-yard line. The return from Cade Ward, trying to keep it out of Logan Cassidy's hands, JD, but Ward does some damage as well.
Yeah, you're not going to keep it out of Logan Cassidy's hands for long, because I imagine this one's going to go right to him. But yeah, they're set up with pretty good field position again. And I-35 has moved the ball really well. And if you're Pella Christian, they've kind of had the bend but don't break defense. They've given up some first downs. They've given up some yards. They've been on the field a ton already in this game, but still a goose egg on the scoreboard.
1st and 10 from the 39. They go with Cassidy on the ground. Big gaping hole right up the middle into Eagle territory, and Mulder finally brings him down, but not until the 45-yard line, which is a gain of 16.
Yeah, and he probably went 16 yards without even being touched. Eric Mulder, who plays a pretty deep safety, was the one who ended up making the tackle there at the end. But he was actually the only one standing between Cassidy and the end zone there.
Pella Christian 7, I-35 0. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Roadrunners at the Eagle 45. This is their third drive. All three of them have crossed into Pella Christian territory. Quick instant radio update. Indianola a 7-6 lead over number 2 4A Urbandale. Cassidy on a right side toss, hit in the backfield and dropped. That was Mulder filling in from the right defensive end. The flow of the play was to the offense's right, so Mulder was just playing on the backside, and when Cassidy cut back, look who's there.
Yeah, Luke's able to fill that one up, but really good job. Even on the left side there, Logan Kelderman did a good job of creating that edge, didn't let Cassidy get outside, so he had to cut it up the middle, and Luke was there to meet him. So they're moving backwards on that first play.
2nd down and 12 from the 47. I-35 in their white jerseys, red numerals, blue helmets, is moving from right to left, and it's Cassidy on a left side handoff, trying to turn the corner and can't. No gain, 3rd and 12.
Great pursuit there from the Eagles. You got Mulder and Boonder teaming up for that tackle. And now again, 3rd and long. I imagine I-35 is going to have to go to the air, and they haven't had a whole lot of luck with that. So this is the type of position that PC wants to put the Roadrunners in.
3rd down and 12. Cassidy has carried 15 times.
That's
Bedwell 3 carries and 3 throws in their 21 offensive plays. It has been the Logan Cassidy show for sure. 3rd down and a dozen. Bedwell takes the snap, play action fake, roll out right. Mulder chasing, under duress, throw at the last moment to the far sideline. Catch is made. Did he stay in bounds?
Nope.
No signal, incomplete. A lot of time. Bedwell bought himself some time. A receiver came open on the far sideline, but then an Eagle defender popped him out of bounds when he tried to make the catch, and now it's 4th down.
Yeah, that was Ty Hugan, number 21, who rotates in at safety for Pella Christian, who was there. I believe he did make that catch. He was just out of bounds. So a narrow miss there for I-35 is going to force a punt.
And now Pella Christian to get the ball back, leading 7-0. Low snap again. Roque, this is a fake, and he's in big-time trouble here. Cuts it back, nowhere to go. Pella Christian holds. Roque's fake. He picks up 5 yards on the run. He would have been better off booting that one away, JD.
Yeah, he probably should have. Field position is going to be important in a tight game like this, with both teams wanting to run the ball. Yeah, you got to punt that one away. You got to give your defense a chance here. But now Pella Christian with a short field, a 7-0 lead. They're going to try to put up another score here and extend that lead even further.
Pleasantville has a 13-0 lead over Central Decatur in another district game on an instant radio update. And now Pella Christian coming back out, leading 7-0 here in case you missed it, presented by the veterinarians at Tri-County Veterinary Clinic. Their last drive went 71 yards, the first 66 through the air, the last 5 Cody Boonder on the ground, and the Eagles lead it 7-0, in case you missed it, presented by the veterinarians at Tri-County Veterinary Clinic. And now they go deep down the far sideline into double coverage. Kakmarinsky's pass lands harmlessly on the turf at the 25, and it'll be 2nd and 10 for the Eagles from their own 42.
Yeah, the Eagles were looking for the big play that time. Eric Mulder was kind of working a double move where he faked a little short route and then went deep, and Kakmarinsky, he really wasn't open. To be honest, it's probably a good thing that one fell incomplete.
Snap to Kak, roll out to the right. Looking near sideline, firing, overshoots his intended target. Bennett Spronk at the I-35 42-yard line, and it's now 3rd down and 10. So 4 for 4 on the last drive for Kak, and he's misfired a couple here.
Yeah, that's the way it's going to go. You're never going to hit them all. Even in the NFL, they don't hit them all. Every once in a while, you're going to stall a little bit, but you still got 3rd down here and a chance to move the chains. But you can already tell with all these seniors in on the offensive line, they've done a nice job in the passing game of giving Isaac some time back there to make his reads.
3rd down and 10 from their own 42-yard line. Kakmarinsky takes a shotgun snap, settles in the pocket, fires over the middle. Is it caught? Yes, a fingertip catch is made. The grab by Drew Geetings at the 41-yard line. He picks up 17.
Yeah, for the first 2 weeks, I don't even know if Drew had a catch. He really wasn't too involved offensively. But these last 2 weeks, they're starting to rotate him in a little bit more. He's done an awesome job, and it allows Luke Mulder to rest a little bit more on the sidelines. And he's made some really nice catches. That time the ball was tipped, and he still was able to hang on.
7-0 Pella Christian leads. Here's a 1st down and 10 from the 41-yard line, and they go to the ground. Boonder running left side, breaks through 1 leg tackle and picks up 4, maybe 5, down near the I-35, 36.
Yeah, good momentum there. Trying to get the run game going now a little bit, and Pella Christian really wants to move quickly. They want to get to the line, they want to get that ball snapped and pick up 1st downs, and you're starting to see that a little bit from the Eagles now.
This drive started at their own 42-yard line. Right now there's 8 minutes and 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. Pella Christian a 7-0 lead and a 2nd down and 6. And keeper by Kak on the zone read, straight ahead, 1st down and more for the moment as a flag comes flying in at the 35.
Yeah, you hear the cheers, excited to see him burst up the middle, but when you see a flag thrown in that part of the field, it's usually not a good sign. A lot of times it's going to be holding and push him back.
Shot block on PC.
That's worse, right? Is that
That's 15, yeah. That's you'd rather have holding.
Yeah, those are drive killers. You hate to have that happen as now they got to go 15 yards back.
That's our first penalty of the game on either team. Do have an instant radio update. Nevada 7, Knoxville 0. That game is on 95.3 KNIA. That was a 7:30 start, as is the game right up the road from us between Pella and North Polk. Hopefully we'll be getting a little Dutch score here real quick. So that 15-yard penalty forces Pella Christian all the way back to the 49-yard line on a 2nd down and 18. And Kakmarinsky keeps it. That time it was read by the left defensive end, Jonah Lee, and he makes a stop for a gain of a yard.
Yeah, nowhere to go there. Really nice job. I think that was actually Sam Vonamy.
Yep, 68. Yep, yeah. Not 88. Good call. And he's a stud. You pointed him out when we were talking off the air in the pregame show. Vonamy, 16 and a half tackles, 6 and a half of them behind the line of scrimmage, and 4 sacks. And he read that play beautifully.
Yeah, he's a big guy. It's not often that a defensive end is going to lead your team in tackles, but that's what he's done so far this season. And you can see why after that play. So you got a couple defensive ends that are making plays here early on in the first half.
It's an official's timeout presented by LG Seeds. Our score is Pella Christian 7 and I-35 nothing, with 7 minutes and 14 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Give us a chance to run down our Marion County Bank radio scoreboard. Again, Pella North Polk just underway. Nevada 7, Knoxville nothing. Indianola leading Urbandale, the number 2 team in Class 4A, 7-6 Indians at the end of the first quarter. Pleasantville 13, Central Decatur nothing, and PCM and Sadell also just underway at 7:30. So as we look at our 6 games tonight, JD, we've got 4 of them that feature ranked teams. The Roadrunners are number 9 here, Pleasantville's number 8, PCM is number 1, and Indianola up against number 2 Urbandale. So a lot of great teams on the air on the network tonight, and Pella Christian trying to kick I-35 out of the rankings as quickly as they popped in.
Yeah, this game that we're watching here is a big game as far as what the district is going to look like this year. So this will kind of set the tone.
Here's a 3rd down and 17 out of the timeout. Snap to Kakmarinsky. It's a quarterback pass. Sets up, fires deep down the field, and tipped and incomplete. They were looking around the 20-yard line is where Van Dyke's route got to on the throw by Bennett Sprunk. So on 3rd and long, JD, the Eagles bust out tonight's creative idea drawn up by Brandapeel. The halfback pass comes up empty.
Yeah, the Roadrunners were all over that one. The Eagles have gone to that a couple times. Bennett Sprunk's got a good arm. And you already know, I mean, Katie Van Dyke was not open, but when he gets a chance to throw the ball, he is going to throw it.
When you run a halfback pass or a wide receiver pass, the ball is almost always going in the air, covered or not. Here's 4th down. Low snap, dug out nicely, and a nice kick. Fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. So I-35 will start with its worst field position of the game. 7 minutes remaining, second quarter. Tonight's creative idea was drawn up by Brandapeel. When your team needs creative ideas, call the team at Brandapeel, your creative agency for all of your print, web, video, or interactive needs. Let's not kid ourselves, JDB. Everybody wants to be the quarterback, right? So you give me a chance to throw, I'm throwing it.
Yeah, everybody wants that chance to put one up in the air. I love it. It's fun to see. And we've seen that a couple times, the Eagles having some different guys throw the ball.
Here's a run with Cassidy straight up the gut, and boy, he's got some speed to the next level, all the way out to the 33-yard line, a quick burst of 20.
Yeah, that's what the Roadrunners want to do. You know, they want to grind it out. They want to run the football, and they also are showing that ability to have that explosive big play. Thankfully for the Eagles, they've had some safeties who've been able to wrap him up, but when he can burst through that first level, he is a dangerous runner.
Pella Christian 7, I-35 0, 6 minutes and 42 seconds remaining before our Central Tire and Auto radio halftime show. Here's the snap and another handoff to Cassidy, straight ahead run, another big seam. He's out across the 40, drags a defender to the 44 and picks up 11. 91 yards on 17 carries. We're not even to the halfway point of the second quarter, and Logan Cassidy's been putting in some work.
That kid's going to be sore in the morning.
I mean, he's on a 48, 50 carry pace.
Oh, they put him on the ground 17 times already. It's incredible.
Well, get ready for number 18 here in the next moment or so, JD. First and 10 at the 44. Right to left for the Roadrunners, trailing by a touchdown, and they go back to Cassidy, and this time he's dropped in the backfield for a loss of 2. That Booter firing through to make the stop. They'll say a loss of 1 at the 43.
You can't underestimate how big of a play that is for Pella Christian, because the Roadrunners want to keep that momentum, keep picking up first downs. And now you put them behind in the chains, and they're thinking, all right, what do we do now, right? They don't necessarily hand the ball off. They might have to go to the air, get a little more creative. So that's a big-time play from PC, and a great job by Cody Boonder filling the hole and wrapping him up.
Couple of instant radio updates. Pleasantville's gone ahead 20-0, and Pella leads North Polk 7-0. Here it's second down and 11 for I-35. Play action fake and setting up a screen. Coming out to the near side. Catch is made by Steinledge. Lot of running room at the 50. Into Eagle territory at the 40 and brought down there after a gain of 17 yards.
Give I-35 a lot of credit for that play. That's one that they tried to hit earlier, and just they were under pressure so quickly that they couldn't get to it. But the pursuit of the Eagles worked against them that time once again, as they were able to throw the screen to the opposite side of the field. They had great blocking. Just a very, very well executed play there from I-35.
And to no one's surprise, it's PCM 7, Sadell nothing, less than 2 minutes into that game. Another instant radio update. Our score 7-0 Pella Christian, and Steinledge on the carry going straight ahead. And he's down to the 37-yard line, picks up 3. And Cassidy coming back in.
Yeah. Yeah, nice play there on first down for I-35. Again, just about 4 or 5 yards. We keep talking about that all the time. But those first downs are critical. And now, backs against the wall here for the Eagles. They've been bending but not breaking, and they're going to need to do that once again here.
Indianola has a 14-6 lead over Urbandale. They converted a 4th and 17 on a fake punt and then scored a touchdown to go up 8 on the second-ranked Jayhawks. Here it's 2nd down and 6 for I-35. They trail Pella Christian 7-0. Play action fake. Bedwell wants to throw. Under pressure, steps up, circles back. Looks to throw again, now down the near sideline at the 30, cuts back to the middle at the 25, and he's all the way down to the 21. He juked and jived and shucked and danced his way for 15 yards.
Just a really, I said the play call was awesome, but that is just a great individual play there from Chase Bedwell. You don't see that too often, the quarterback running around like that, but he's able to pick up a nice gain. Wow.
Very near the Raceway Tire and Exhaust red zone. 1st down and 10, ball just outside the 20. Cassidy, the deep man, as Bedwell stands in the pistol, takes the snap, toss right side to Cassidy. Trying to get around the edge, cuts it back towards the middle. He's inside the 20, down to the 17, good for a gain of 4.
So the Roadrunners moving into the red zone. This is their first trip to the red zone,
yes,
right?
It is. Yep.
Okay.
All 4 drives have gotten into Eagle territory. This is the first that's gotten inside the 20.
Yeah, remember this one started way back at the 12. So this has been a really good-looking drive for I-35, and with just 3 minutes left in the half, this is a big moment early on in the game.
7-0 Pella Christian leads. This is a 2nd down and 6 from the 17-yard line. Bedwell takes the snap, hands it off to Cassidy, and he is belted by Isaac Kek-Marinsky back at the 20. Little high-low action for Boonder and Kak, and they drop Cassidy for a loss of 2.
Yeah, Cassidy's, like I mentioned, he's going to be sore in the morning. That one definitely not going to feel good in the morning, as that time 2 Eagles were there to wrap him up and make a big play.
Back to the 19-yard line. It is 3rd and 9. Like I said earlier, they have not attempted a field goal yet this year.
Yeah.
Part of it's because they've had 3 blowout wins. And they go to Cassidy again on a straight-ahead run. He cuts it right, then back to the middle, inside the 10, spin move at the 5, a highlight reel, 19-yard, Logan Cassidy, touchdown Roadrunners. Wow is right, JD.
What a drive and what a finish there from Logan Cassidy. I thought there was about 3 Eagles who were going to make the play at some point. He juked a guy right in the hole, made a linebacker miss at the 2nd level, and a spin move at about the 5-yard line puts him in the end zone.
That caps off an 87-yard drive. And I-35 with a chance to tie the game with the extra point. It's up and no good. That's one of our keys to the game earlier, JD, and the Eagles maintain a 1-point lead. 2:29 left, 2nd quarter. Live inside the Pella Real Estate Services radio broadcast booth.
Fall offers us beautiful colors to brighten up our days, and Blumenhof has everything you'll need to bring your home and garden landscaping to life. With a great variety of trees and shrubs to choose from, you can pick the perfect fall colors to make your yard burst with beauty for years to come. And fall is the perfect time to plant. We also have outdoor garden decor items, indoor and outdoor plants, memorial items to remember that special loved one, and Melissa and Doug merchandise for curious little minds. Be sure to follow De Blumenhof on Facebook. De Blumenhof, get your colors worth.
Get $60 back by mail on a Firestone Visa prepaid card when you buy a set of 4 eligible tires. Get up to $100 when you make an eligible tire purchase with your CFNA credit card. Offer ends November 1st. Whatever you drive a Firestone. Visit Raceway Tire and Exhaust in Knoxville or racewaytireandexhaust.com for more information. Subject to credit approval, see Raceway Tire and Exhaust in Knoxville or firestone.com/promo for details.
Raceway Tire and Exhaust. We got what you need to get you on the go.
Pella Christian 7, I-35 6 alongside JD Bohr. I'm Trevor Castle, and we're back inside the Pella Real Estate Services radio broadcast booth on KNIA, KRLS.com. Also glad to have our YouTube viewers who are watching in tonight. In fact, we got 2 YouTube streams tonight, Pella and Pella Christian, both at home, both at the live stream. When I was in COVID quarantine a couple of weeks ago, JD, it was pretty cool. The same situation.
Yeah.
I know you and John were doing the PC game. It was Pella Harlan at home, and the Castle family just flipped back and forth. Kind of fun to have that technology.
Yeah, it's great.
Here's the kickoff after the I-35 touchdown, fielded at the 15-yard line, straight ahead 20, 25, broken tackle at the 30, and out to the 36-yard line. So Pella Christian leading by 1 with 2 minutes and 22 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Have the ball, first down and 10.
Yeah, this will be a fun drive here if you're a Pella Christian fan, because I think they're going to try to put it in the air a little bit here, see if they can get some momentum, see if they can pick up a nice first down, and give them a chance to put one in the end zone here before the half. But on the same side, you also don't want to move backwards and give I-35 another crack at it here.
First and 10 at the 36. We do have to give away a Hy-Vee Fuel Saver winner for that Cody Boonder touchdown earlier in the quarter. We'll do that after this first and 10 play for the Eagles from their own 36-yard line. Left to right, up by 1. Cack wants to throw. Firing deep down the seam. Sprunk is open, but it's incomplete at the 30-yard line of I-35. Congratulations, Pat Wolf. You've won 50 cents on your Hy-Vee Fuel Saver card because of that Cody Boonder touchdown. Folks, we invite you to stop by the Pella Hy-Vee and register for your chance to win during next week's Eagles game at Mount Air in the Hy-Vee Fuel Saver Radio Touchdown Challenge. So they take the deep shot to Sprunk. It's incomplete. Now second down and 10 from their own 36-yard line. Kakmarinsky out of the gun, takes the snap, quick pass far side of the field. Mulder makes the catch, turns it up, dives down the far sideline, just shy of the first down, picks up 9 to the 45.
Yeah, nice little play there to get Eric Mulder the ball. He's already shown an ability to make a play after the catch. This time they're able to pick up a quick 9. Looks like he must have stayed in bounds. The clock is rolling here.
Third down and 1 from the 45-yard line, trying to keep this drive moving. They go to the ground with Boonder. He's hit and then falls forward. The momentum of Boonder and the tackler took him very close, but not quite to the 46-yard line. It's fourth and less than a yard. And the Eagles are, without hesitation, they're giving it to him. Wow. I didn't see that from up here, JD, but I'll take it.
We'll take it, for sure.
7-6 Eagles, first down and 10 to the 46. Cack wants to throw, firing down the seam again, and this time Sprunk at the 25-20, far sideline 10, 5! Touchdown Eagles! Bennett Sprunk, 54 yards from Isaac Cack.
They go over the top. Bennett Sprunk's able to run under the ball. Good play from Cack, and good to see Bennett get in the end zone there and tack on another score here for the Eagles. That's a big play.
A 54-yard Isaac Cack to Bennett Sprunk touchdown pass. That's his first receiving touchdown of the year. In fact, first touchdown for Sprunk, period. And now a pretty big extra point. The Eagles trying to make this a full 8-point lead.
Yeah, they're going to take a timeout to make sure they get this one right. These are important. With I-35 missing one already, you want to keep the pressure on them a little bit as this game continues to make those extra points.
So let's give away another Hy-Vee Fuel Saver winner. Alan Rowland, you have won 50 cents on your Hy-Vee Fuel Saver card. And here's another invitation to stop by the Pella Hy-Vee and register for your chance to win during next week's Eagles game in the Hy-Vee Fuel Saver Radio Touchdown Challenge. I don't think Coach Cack will here. Some coaches would go for 2 in this spot to try to put yourselves up by 9, basically taking advantage of I-35's miss on the other end, knowing that even if you go for 2 and miss, you're still up by 7. But I think we're going to kick it to go up 8.
Yeah, it looks like Fanch is taking the field to keep it an 8-point game. Early on in the game, that's probably a good call. Yep. You want to make them pay for missing that extra point. But, man, it's good to see Bennett Sprunk making a big play. He's been really, really close on a couple times this season on making that big play and finding the end zone, and that time he's able to get it done.
Extra point team on to make it an 8-point lead. Snap, hold, kick by Fancher is up and good. And the Eagles have a 14-6 advantage. 1 minute, 35 seconds remaining in the second quarter, and we'll be right back inside the Pella Real Estate Services radio broadcast booth.
Hey, this is Emerson Dingaman. And I'm Jim Dingaman, and we're the kids behind Dingaman Concrete. Please call my dad today. We need you to keep him busy so he doesn't end up at home all day driving us crazy and ruining our fun.
This is Jeff Dingaman with Dingaman Concrete. With this pandemic, now is the time to address those projects around your home or business. Whether it's tearing out and replacing your driveway or parking lot or pouring all new, call me, Jeff Dingaman, with Dingaman Concrete, where quality comes first.
Please call my dad today.
Not only does Van Manen, Seedstrom, Meyer, and Nickel ease the minds of business owners by assisting with payroll, tax planning, and of course accounting, the staff at Van Manen, Seedstrom, Meyer, and Nickel also serve and support the community, including churches, schools, youth groups and team sports, and local nonprofits in the Pella area. Let the certified public accountants at Van Manen, Seedstrom, Meyer, and Nickel serve you, and join them in serving in our community.
Save time and gain peace of mind with Van Manen, Seedstra, Meyer, and Nickel.
Pella Christian 14, I-35 6. Trevor Castle, J.D. Bohr with you. Back inside the Pella Real Estate Services radio broadcast booth. And now the Eagles set to kick it away left to right. This is another squib kick, and it's fielded on the ground at the 32, maybe the 33-yard line for I-35. And with a minute 32 to go, the Roadrunners, J.D., aren't a quick strike offense, or don't appear to be. Seems like they might need a big play out of Cassidy to have a chance to score here at the end of the half.
Yeah, these are the types of situations that I love as a coach. You know, players are always going to make the plays. The players deserve all the credit. But coaches, every once in a while, get put in a spot here where they're making a decision that's going to really, really impact the game, and this is one of them. Are they going to try to make a big play here before the half? Maybe just run it out. I'll be interested to see.
14-6, Eagles lead by 8, under 2 minutes to go, second quarter. Bedwell wants to throw, has all kinds of time, fires it towards the middle of the field, and an open receiver at the 50. Can't have that much time to throw, or somebody will pop open. That time it was Dustin George who made the catch, good for a gain of 20.
Yeah, you're right on. That's all about the pass rushes. He was able to step in there. His first read wasn't open. Second read, I don't know. He probably got to his fifth or sixth by the time he was able to get rid of the ball.
First down and 10 at the Eagle 47-yard line into PC territory again. Bedwell fires over the middle again, and that one is overthrown and incomplete to bring up second and 10. While we have a quick second, one of the I-35 coaches popped in our pregame and asked if we'd say hello to Linda Mosier and Janice Douglas of Knoxville. If I remember right, wife and mom of the, or mom and aunt, some kind of a combination of our I-35 coaches. So Linda Mosier, Janice Douglas, hello. Glad to have you listening in to the I-35 side of things as the Roadrunners have the ball second and 10 at the Eagle 47, down 14-6. And Bedwell out of the pistol formation. Takes a snap, runs straight ahead, and he's hit at the 45, got to the 44, and dropped after a gain of 3.
Yeah, I think it was Cody Boonder there who was able to hang on, and it's a good thing he did because it looked like Bedwell might have escaped with even more yards, but that'll bring up a third down here for the Roadrunners, 3rd and 7.
And the clock is ticking with 48 seconds to go. And this is another quarterback run for Bedwell, and he's hit and dropped at the 42-yard line, just a 1-yard gain to bring up 4th down and 6.
Man, Isaac Kakmarinsky, he's just a sophomore, but he's getting it done on both sides of the field for the Eagles, as he's obviously the quarterback who's made some great throws tonight, and that time made a big-time tackle. He can lower his shoulder and deliver some punishment as well.
Let's see if I-35 just winds it down and fires one Hail Mary time here.
Seems like it. Interesting.
13 seconds left, first half. Snap to Bedwell. Steps up, under pressure, rolling left, takes off to run for it, and he's knocked out of bounds, still on his feet, actually, tight roping the sidelines to the 26-yard line, but time has expired.
No, they're going to add, because there should be time on the clock. When they blew that dead, looks like they're going to add 1 second. So we're going to have one play here from the 26-yard line.
One play. Clock is stopped, so I-35 has plenty of time to get the play in. The play clock resets at 25 seconds.
Yeah, give the officiating crew some credit. They were all over that one, even though the clocks went to zeros. We got little cheerleaders who are getting ready to take the field. There is still one more play.
Well, you got to credit the PC guys for trying for a little home cooking there, JD.
Yeah, send the cheerleaders on the field.
First down and 10 from the 26 for I-35. Whistle and timeout. I-35. So our Strawver Cellular game reset looks like this. There are 2 seconds officially on the clock. Doesn't matter whether it's 1 or 2. One last play coming up for I-35, barring another penalty, of which we've only had 1 in this entire fast-moving first half. So 2 seconds left on the clock. It's Pella Christian 14, I-35 6. And the Roadrunners will have it at the 26-yard line. That is a Stravers Cellular game reset. I feel like you got to throw the ball into the end zone, don't you, JD?
Yeah, I think so.
I-35 certainly has some guys that can make plays in space, but you'd hate to get tackled, down at the 5 or something like that.
Yeah, if it's a jump ball situation, it's probably advantage Eagles as they have some size, like Eric Mulder and Bennett Spronk at safety. But I think if you're Pella Christian, you might even send a blitz here so that you don't give him all day and allow those receivers to get to the end zone. So I think the pressure on the quarterback could be a big part of this play.
Empty backfield, 3 receivers right, 2 left as I-35 moves from right to left at the Eagle 26-yard line. Bedwell standing in the shotgun at his own 31, and now PC sees the play. We get the little chess match, timeout Eagles. And this is what we were talking about, JD, one of our keys to the game. I-35 has not yet been in this situation this year. This doesn't downplay their coaching staff or the ability to do it, but they just haven't had to get themselves into a situation where it's been point counterpoint or move counter move, and that's what's happening here in this last 2 seconds.
Yeah, this is what I was excited to see because this is going to be a great game, and we can see that already with 2 seconds left in the half. Both teams have been able to move the ball, and now, like you mentioned, it's adjustment time. What do we got to do? They haven't really been in this situation, I-35, so these players are in a big game, big moment here for the first time in this young season.
14-6, Pella Christian leads, 2 seconds left first half. Trevor Castle, J.D. Bohr with you as you're listening to Pella Christian Football, powered by Bank Iowa on KNIA, KRLS.com. Now, final play, first half. 5 wide receivers, 3 to the right, 2 to the left. Bedwell out of the shotgun, takes the snap. Mulder chasing, Bedwell steps up, throws towards the end zone, and it's dropped at the goal line. Incomplete, right through the hands of Cade Ward. It would have been a last-second touchdown. As it is, incomplete. JD, we're going to halftime.
The Eagles dodge a bullet there. He was wide open. He hauls that one in, and that's a game-changing type play. But the way it is, 14-6 Eagles.
And credit there to Jace Bedwell, their quarterback. Luke Mulder not only breathing down his neck, he was draped all over him. And Bedwell threw a great pass right to the goal line. But unfortunately for the Roadrunners and fortunately for Eagles fans, Ward couldn't hang on. So we go to the locker room, Pella Christian 14, I-35 6, and we'll be back with our Central Tire and Auto Radio halftime show right after this.
Are you looking for a meal with extraordinary flavor and breathtaking views? Come on out to the Wood Iron Grill and try one of our chef-inspired features that change daily. Whether it's Taco Tuesday, Wig Out Wednesdays, or Thai Thursdays, the Wood Iron Grill is working diligently to make your dining experience exceptional. For hours, location, and daily menu, check us out on Facebook or visit our website at www.thewoodiron.com. The Wood Iron Grill, making memories one plate at a time.
The engine in the car goes vroom, 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 vroom. The engine in the car goes vroom, vroom, vroom at Central Tire and Auto.
Central Tire and Auto offers full mechanical work on your vehicle to make sure the engine keeps going vroom, 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 just like it should. If you're like me, you don't know what's wrong, but you know that something is wrong. When that happens, stop and see Sean DeWard and his crew next to Walmart in Pella.
At Central Tire and Auto.
Hi, this is Dave Hopkins, owner of Hopkins Roofing. Our company has been earning the trust of customers in Pella and Central Iowa for more than 50 years. We're excited to be a part of the Pella and Pella Christian sports broadcasts, and we're looking forward to the opportunity to earn your trust for your next roofing project. Whether you're building a new home or re-roofing your current one, or if you own any type of commercial building, we have a solution. Check out some of our work at hopkinsroofing.com and let us put together a quote for you. Hopkins Roofing. Roofing done for good.
I'm Ashley Warren, ruminant specialist at Two Rivers Co-op, where we offer a variety of products for swine, beef, dairy, and sheep. We carry all of the high-quality Purina products you trust from our HACCP-certified, FDA-licensed feed mill in Pella. Our feed professionals don't cut corners either, as we roll all of our corn for better feed efficiency. And with our feed delivery trucks, we'll make sure you get the right feed when you need it. Visit with us about a feed program for your operation at Two Rivers Cooperative.
School is back in session and area athletes are getting their chance to play fall sports. At Culver's, we're big supporters of our local community and we appreciate everyone who's working hard so that school and sports can take place in as safe as manner as possible. If you're on your way to one of those events and need a great meal on the go, we invite you to stop by Culver's, where our team has done a great job of adapting to safety guidelines while still serving the Culver's food you love. We hope that you have a great fall from our entire team at Culver's Restaurant in Pella, where we're locally owned and proud to be a part of this great community.
At Kinetic Edge Physical Therapy, we're proud to keep the Pella Christian Eagles and their fans safe and feeling good on and off the field. Kinetic Edge Physical Therapy is the expert in injury care, orthopedics, and sports rehab. If pain is bugging you, come see the experts at Kinetic Edge for a free injury screen. Find out more, including why Pella Christian Eagles trust Kinetic Edge at kineticedgept.com.
Are you a Pella Cooperative Electric member? Grab your keys and head over to the co-op on Saturday, September 26th for our Member Appreciation Drive-Thru Barbecue. Due to COVID-19, we're revamping our annual appreciation event into a drive-thru. The Marion County Cattlemen will be grilling up top-notch hamburgers and hot dogs from locally sourced beef. Stop by anytime between 11 a.m. until 1 p.m. and have lunch on us. We'll see you on Saturday, September 26th. Pella Cooperative Electric, your local co-op.
Shine as one.
Welcome inside of our Central Tire and Auto Radio halftime show on KNIA-KRLS.com. For tires, front end work, there are no appointment oil change and full mechanical work on your vehicle. Stop and see Sean DeWard and his crew next to Walmart in Pella at Central Tire and Auto. Trevor Castle, J.D. Bohr with you, and our score is Pella Christian 14, I-35 6. And J.D., before we get into our halftime stats, which are written by Fairway Mortgage, and talk about our second half adjustments presented by DeYoung Door Service, certainly let's recap that first half, and let's start at the very end, which was I-35 on the last play of the first half. Had a receiver open on the goal line. If he makes the catch, he may not have been in. I mean, ball might have been at like the half-yard line. He certainly would have pulled it in. It would have been an I-35 touchdown. It went right through the breadbasket, incomplete.
Yeah, that's one of those plays. The conversations that are being had here at halftime are different because of that play. You know, if the Roadrunners were able to punch that one in, we could be looking at a tie ball game. But instead, the Eagles feel like they have at least a little momentum with the lead. They're feeling pretty good about themselves here going into the second half.
I like the tempo of the Pella Christian offense. Yeah. The first drive was a 3-and-out, and then they picked up the pace. You know, it helps to complete some passes and get moving. That's one of the things that you've got to do is pick up positive yardage in order to go quick. But they got some momentum on that second drive. 4 straight completions for Isaac Kakmarinsky for 66 yards. They pay it off on the Cody Boonder touchdown, and then a little bit later in the second quarter, they get the long one to Bennett Sprunk. So the offense through the air doing a lot of damage.
Yeah, what's great too is it's a lot of different guys getting involved. You know, Kakmarinsky's the guy who's throwing it around, and Boonder's doing most of the carrying. But as far as who's making the catches and who's making the big plays, we've seen Giedings, we've seen Mulder. Eric Mulder, that is. We've seen Bennett Sprunk with the touchdown. So a few different guys who are getting involved and making some plays for the Eagles.
All right, let's take a look at our first half stats and go inside the numbers written by Fairway Independent Mortgage Corporation. And let's start first for Pella Christian. They haven't done much on the ground. Cody Boonder, 4 carries, 10 yards. Isaac Kakmarinsky, 3 for -1. But they've been effective through the air. Kakmarinsky's thrown for 146 yards on 7 of 11 passing. They did try a halfback pass with Bennett Sprunk that landed incomplete. Eric Mulder, 3 catches for 49. Drew Giedings, 2 for 36. Bennett Sprunk, 1 for 54, the touchdown. And then Caden Van Dyke had 1 for 7. Eagles are 2 of 4 on third downs, have not attempted a fourth down, have not turned the ball over, haven't been sacked, and committed 1 chop block penalty for 15 yards. So as you look at the stat sheet, again, very passing dominated for Pella Christian. Can they continue to have success, or do you think we need to find a running game in the second half?
Yeah, knowing Coach Kakmarinsky, he wants to be able to run the football. You know, that's been a big point here in the first 3 games, that we got to find a way to establish the run. And last week they were able to do that. But now we're kind of seeing the Eagles from the first 2 weeks where they're really struggling to get the ground game going. I would think that they're going to have to find something on the ground in order to pull this one out.
On the I-35 side, Logan Cassidy, 19 carries, 91 yards. Jace Bedwell, 7 for 34. Nick Steinledge, 3 for 13. And Christian Roque, their punter, has run it twice for 7 yards. Once looked like a fake. The other was because he couldn't bring the snap in, and they both failed. Bedwell throwing the ball is 3 of 8 for 40 yards. Hit Dustin George once, Cade Ward once, and Nick Steinledge once. I-35 is 3 of 7 on third downs, 1 of 4 on fourth downs. They have also not turned the ball over. Bedwell has been sacked once, and they have not turned the ball over. For I-35, it's almost the opposite story. Can they keep moving it by running the ball, or do they need to find at some point a passing game?
Yeah, I think what they got to be talking about a couple of things. First off, they need some big plays, right? Whether it's going to be Cassidy on the run game, he's been close, but the Eagles have been able to wrap him up. But they move the ball so well, but yet they only have 6 points to show for it, which says a lot about both teams. And they're also talking about cleaning up the special teams as they struggled with the punt, and obviously the missed extra point is really hurting them right now.
How about this stat, JD? Time of possession. Have you looked?
No.
You got a guess? You got 24 minutes to chop up. How long do you think I-35's had the ball?
Man, at least 18 to 20.
18:02. The Eagles have had it less than 6 minutes.
And they have a lead.
And they lead 14-6. Inside the Numbers has been written by Fairway Mortgage. One of the numbers you might be overlooking is the equity in your home. If you're 62 or older, talk with Jeff Namminga and the team at Fairway Mortgage in Pella about how a reverse mortgage loan could extend or enhance your retirement. The score, Pella Christian 14, I-35 6, and we'll be back with more of our Central Tire and Auto radio halftime show right after this.
At Pella Real Estate Services, they're investing in lives through real estate. Team member Nathan Smith sums up what that means to him in one word.
Connection. Our goal is to connect to you as our client and supporting you in buying your next investment opportunity or in buying your forever home. We strive to be your most valuable resource. We're excited to connect you to your goals and dreams.
If you're ready to buy, sell, rent, or invest, call 628-1BUY and visit with any member of the team at Pella Real Estate Services.
Hi, this is Diane Rosa, mortgage lender at Marion County Bank. If you are considering buying, building, or remodeling your home, let us help you find the right mortgage loan or home equity loan to fit your needs. We can also help you get pre-approved to make shopping for your dream home that much easier. Visit me or one of our other home loan experts at the largest mortgage lender in Marion County, Marion County Bank. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
Any luck hunting today?
I didn't see a single deer. How about you?
I already filled my tag last week.
Nice. You were so lucky.
Actually, I've been scouting a few locations with Spartan trail cameras I got at Strava Cellular. Spartan GoCam send pictures or videos directly to my phone in real time, so I knew exactly when and where to sit to increase my chances.
Don't let your best chances slip by. Stop into Strava Cellular in downtown Pella to see our live display and start hunting smarter today.
The Pella Hy-Vee is looking for helpful smiles to join our team. We are looking for aisles online shoppers, checkers, courtesy help, customer service representatives, and for help in the meat department. We need help both during the days and in the evenings. Hours are flexible and we offer competitive pay. If you'd like to join the Pella Hy-Vee team, go to the careers page at Hy-Vee.com.
Hy-Vee, where there's a helpful smile in every eye.
Vermeer Corporation is pleased to support local activities as well as industrial and agricultural equipment customers around the world. The Vermeer team designs, manufactures, and supports equipment that helps communities stay connected to the necessities of life, manage natural resources, and support a vibrant food supply. When you're in the area, be sure to visit the Vermeer Museum and explore the history of the company. Vermeer is committed to making a real impact through all of their business practices. Vermeer Corporation, equipped to do more.
Pole barns were originally engineered in the 1930s. Over the years, the materials and techniques have been vastly improved. Modern-day construction makes for versatile buildings used for housing, commercial use, or storage. Dutch Mill Supply is your pole barn specialist.
Dutch Mill Supply, located in Pella, is your only locally owned, one-stop, full-service lumberyard and building material supplier. My name is Joshua Payne. My staff and I are here daily for professional service from the guy next door. Our product line is diverse, and we'll get you what you need quickly and at a competitive price.
Welcome back to our Central Tire and Auto Radio halftime show on 92.1 KRLS. Thank you very much, Karen Harrell, for the Gatorades. 14-6 is the score, and Pella Christian has an 8-point lead. You hear the sounds of the Pella Christian marching band in the background as J.D. Bohr and I continue with halftime festivities here on Eagle Lane. Again, Pella Christian with an 8-point lead, and let's now take a look at our second half adjustments presented by DeYoung Door Service. And we talked a little bit about it, J.D., while we were going through the stats. For me, Pella Christian's got to find a running game, partly because you want to be diversified, and Coach Cack, first of all, he's a running back himself by trade, right? And he wants to be able to run the ball. You alluded to that. But secondarily, at some point, you feel like you're going to have to salt this thing away, or you'd like to have the opportunity to salt it away. And if the running game just looks like 3 times into a brick wall and punt, that's not going to do the job.
Yeah, the Eagles have found a way to move the ball. They've done a great job through the air, but that's really going to be important. Find a way to run the ball. And the other thing that I wanted to add to that is we've had a clean game. We haven't seen a lot of flags. Yeah, you mentioned that one flag. That's the only flag in the first half. So I think that could be something that could play a role here in the second half as well, trying to stay clean that way.
The Pella Christian marching band getting some applause there as they put on the halftime performance. But there's not a whole lot of home games on the schedule. It's only a 7-game season, so the Eagles only end up with 3. So for these fans to be able to see the Pella Christian marching band, pretty fun for them.
Man, it's a busy night for the Eagles. We got the football game, the marching band's out here. You had a bunch of little girls doing the cheerleading at halftime. It's fun. These are the opportunities that you love. And this is what high school football is all about, and these kids are having a blast.
One other thing, continuing with our second half adjustments presented by DeYoung Door Service, and I'm not sure what the coaching adjustment is to be made, but too many big holes up front for Logan Cassidy to run through. Now, let's credit I-35. We talked about how big and physical and veteran their offensive line is, so sometimes the other guys just make good plays, but Pella Christian, at some point, we cannot continue to be on the field for as long as we have defensively and let them march up and down the field, because eventually bend but don't break gets snapped.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. That we have bent and not broken, and that's great. And the safeties have done a good job of cleaning up when those holes were wide open. But yeah, you don't want to rely on that all the time. I-35 hasn't had that big home run play, but they've been really, really close.
Well, and sports is crazy, JD, and as a coach yourself, and for Eagle fans that haven't yet caught on, JD is the new boys basketball coach at PC. You'll be hearing his name a whole bunch here, but sports is so fickle, right? And let's take your sport, right? Guy shoots an 18-footer at the buzzer, and whether it goes in or doesn't is the difference between whether you sleep that night or you don't. Well, that play at the end of the first half for I-35 is the difference. The wide receiver on the goal line as time expires drops a wide open would-be touchdown. If he makes that, it's the difference between what is right now 14-6 Eagles or 14-12, 14-13, 14-14, depending on what I-35 would do. So we're not, 14-6, it may sound like, okay, that's great. It hasn't been always that great.
Yeah, Trevor, you are absolutely right. And that's the fickle thing about sports. That's the fun thing, the frustrating thing. It's all those things, man. But truly, both coaches went to halftime and said, okay, we're doing these things well, and we got to fix the other things. It's just been a well-fought game. If you're I-35, you could say, man, we're playing better. Even though it's 14-6, they actually have more yards. They sustain drives better. But yeah, sometimes it's just those little plays, those little things, catching a ball in the end zone. Maybe it's a punt. Maybe, like you mentioned, an extra point. All those little things are going to add up here in the second half.
Total yardage, as JD mentioned, I-35 does have the advantage. It's 195-55. And would have been worse if they caught that touchdown at the buzzer. Those are the second half adjustments presented by DeYoung Door Service. One of the quickest ways to adjust the look of your home is with the new garage door from the gurus of garage doors at DeYoung Door Service in Pella. All right, let's go to the Marion County Bank radio scoreboard, because there have been a ton of points scored tonight. Here's the latest update from all of our games on the Big Six on the network. Pella in the second quarter leads North Polk 28-0. We even got a big man touchdown in that game. Pella's Levi Rosa a pick six for one of the Dutch defensive linemen. Nevada is all over Knoxville, 36-0 in the second quarter. Indianola leading Urbandale at the half, 14-12. At last check, Pleasantville leading Central Decatur 27-6, and PCM 21, Sadell 0, make that PCM 28. Sadell 0 at the end of the first quarter. And that is the Marion County Bank radio scoreboard. Marion County's financial leader is Marion County Bank. With offices in Pella, Knoxville, and Melcher Dallas, they're serving you and building community across the county. Our score 14-6 Pella Christian. We'll take a quick 30-second timeout, and we'll be back for the second half right after this.
Hi, this is Dr. Tim Yoder, one of the veterinarians at Tri-County Veterinary Clinic. I'd like to take a moment to wish all of the sports teams from Pella, Pella Christian, and Central College the best of luck as they compete this season. We know that you've put in a lot of hard work, and we're cheering you on. We're working hard, too, to make sure that your pets are well taken care of. Whether it's wellness exams, emergency care, boarding, grooming, or just a quick stop at our pet food center, we're here for you. Tri-County Veterinary Clinic in Pella, where your pet's good health is our number one concern. And we think a lot of the youth in our community, so go Little Dutch, go Eagles, and go Dutch.
And that puts a wrap on the Central Tire and Auto Radio halftime show. For tires, front end work, their no appointment oil change, and full mechanical work on your vehicle. Stop and see Sean DeWard and his crew next to Walmart and Pella at Central Tire and Auto. All right, Pella Christian starts the second half with the ball. Trevor Castle, J.D. Bohr. We are live inside the Pella Real Estate Services radio broadcast booth on KNIA-KRLS.com. And for those of you watching and listening along on YouTube, ball is in the air and the second half is underway. Short kick bounces at the 25, recover to the 20, out left to right to the 30 and the 36-yard line. So Pella Christian will start at the 36-yard line, leading by 8, as Isaac Kakmarinsky and the Pella Christian offense will try to add to the lead.
Yeah, we're here at the 36-yard line for the Eagles. They got the number 9 team in the state down at halftime as the Eagles are up 14-6 as we get going here. So this is going to be a fun, entertaining second half. I'm excited to see the Eagles and Roadrunners get out here and compete.
Pella Christian, JD, only had the ball 4 times in the first half because I-35 possessed it so long. They had so many sustained long drives. Not a lot of possessions, just 2 per quarter for each team.
Yeah, and they're looking to get off to a good start here and take this ball and put them up another score here as we begin the second half.
Pella Christian, a little swap of slot receivers. Still waiting.
Yeah, the officials are talking to the coaching staff. I'm not sure what this would be about.
One of the officials is over with the Pella Christian coaches, and now the referee blows it back into play. And with 4 wide receivers and a wingman, the Eagles run it with Isaac Kakmarinsky trying left side, and it's not there. He's taken down in the backfield by Chase Darst, and that is a loss of 2 yards. They tried to have the wingman come across the face of the play to lead block, and they just blew it up from the backside.
Yeah, it's kind of a fun play. I like the look of it, but sometimes it just doesn't work out.
So now a 2nd down and 12. And Kakmarinsky wants to throw, zips it, tipped, behind, and then intercepted. It was tipped by the Roadrunners, tipped by the Eagles, and then I thought caught by Dustin George, but they say through his hands to the turf, and the Eagles dodge one there. It's now 3rd and 12.
Yeah, we haven't had a turnover. We mentioned only 1 penalty. We haven't had a turnover yet tonight, and that time the Eagles dodged a bullet as that's one of those unfortunate plays where the ball just got tipped around, first by the Roadrunners, then by Giedings, and in and out of the hands of the Roadrunners at
now
the end.
3rd and 12. The Eagles are 2 of 4 on 3rd down in this game. Kakmarinsky takes a shotgun snap. Pump fake, under pressure, sacked. For the first time tonight, Isaac Kakmarinsky goes down all the way back at the 25-yard line. That is a loss of 9.
We have not seen that a lot this year where Kakmarinsky holds onto the ball. A lot of the times he knows where he's going with that ball. He puts it up in the air. He gives his receivers a chance. But we talked about adjustments. I think the Roadrunners kind of knew what was coming there. They knew that the Eagles love to run seams. They kept their safeties back, and they brought some pressure to take him down.
Now the punt team is on for Pella Christian. They've been punting the ball well tonight. This is another pretty good punt. Lands at the 50, bounces into Roadrunner territory, and Cassidy picks it up at the 39-yard line, and he's tackled right there. So I-35 takes over at the 40-yard line with 10 minutes, 31 seconds remaining. We're in the third quarter, and Pella Christian has a 14-6 lead.
Man, not the start the Eagles were looking for. We talked about time of possession. That was just a minute and a half, and now the defense is back on the field already here in the third quarter.
First down and 10. All 5 I-35 first half drives crossed into Pella Christian territory. They only need 10 yards to do that on this one. And Cassidy will pick up 3, maybe 4 of those yards on a first down carry straight ahead.
Yeah, Cassidy's getting to work right away here in the second half. Logan Kelderman was actually there in the backfield, but he's able to use a nice spin move. But not a lot going on there as he just picks up 3.
Second down and 7 coming from the 43-yard line. In case you missed it, presented by the veterinarians at Tri-County Veterinary Clinic, the Eagles have a 14-6 lead. It could have been worse than that for PC fans. I-35 dropped a touchdown on the last play of the first half, and their lead is 8. In case you missed it, presented by the veterinarians at Tri-County Veterinary Clinic. They run a little misdirection with some motion, but in the end, it's just a handoff to Cassidy up the gut, trying to get the Eagles moving to the edges. They don't budge. Cassidy dropped. It's 3rd and 7.
Yeah, I-35 getting creative, but still going to hand the ball off to Cassidy.
Right.
And Logan Kelderman at the left defensive end. He plays opposite of Luke Mulder. He did a great job. He plugged the hole, and he was able to wrap him up to make a nice play, or a nice tackle there.
3rd down and 7 from the 43-yard line. Roadrunners are 3 of 7 on 3rd down, and they run a swing pass to the far side of the field. Shake and bake move, turn it upfield. First down and more. That's Cade Ward. He's the man that dropped the touchdown at the end of the first half, and he put a move on in the backfield and burst forward for an 8-yard gain to move the chains.
Ah, man, those are the tough ones because they run a screen play, and actually a couple Eagles were there, a chance to make the play. Peyton Ritzard actually did an awesome job. He read the play and just wasn't quite able to wrap him up and make the tackle, and a great job by the receiver there to shake and bake a little bit and pick up the first down.
And into Eagle territory for the 6th time tonight. 1st and 10 of the 49, and back to the ground. Cassidy on a left side run. They just go off tackle left side, and he's down to the 43-yard line for a gain of 6.
Yeah, this offensive line from I-35, they're awesome.
Yes.
I mean, you're not going to find an offensive line as big as they are in the state, really. I mean, 1A, you don't see linemen like this, and they're creating a nice hole there. Eric Mulder actually is the one who made the tackle from his safety position, coming down and wrapping him up.
And what a great combination. That offensive line with a kid like Cassidy that can hit a hole in a blink.
It's a tough team.
2nd down and 3 from the 42-yard line. Right to left for I-35, down 8. Cassidy hit in the backfield by Luke Mulder and dropped. A loss of 3 back to the 46.
Luke Mulder just shot out of a cannon there. I don't even know where he came from, but he just swallows him up.
I wish we had replay there. I don't know if the play was going to the right, so you don't know if they just gave up on that side if you're I-35. If they did, if that was a free man, you might want to think twice about doing that again.
Yeah, that's a big play. That's one of those things we talked about, bend but don't break. They've given up some yards on this drive. Now they push them back a little bit. Brings up a 3rd down.
3rd and 7 from the 46-yard line. Fake to Cassidy, and under some pressure, and sacked. There's 3 Eagles there, all the way back at the 42-yard line.
Mulder there again was probably the one that got there first, but you said there's a couple of them. They're trying to set up that screen that they ran earlier, and that's the little things, because earlier they ran that screen, and it was awesome, right? And they got 20 yards. This time they're losing about 10, and now they're going to have to punt it away. And this has been an adventure for I-35. So the Eagles are on high alert for this punt play.
In fact, I don't think they've actually gotten a punt off tonight. No. They've lined up in punt formation twice. Now there's an official's timeout.
$20. You see if it fits. Yeah,
I don't know what he's worried about, but
I think there was an equipment problem, and I-35 had to run a new left guard on for this punt. and the officials gave him some more time to do so. Much better snap. High boot. Fair catch called for and made at the 26-yard line. So Pella Christian, after I-35 crosses into Eagle territory, Luke Mulder takes it into his own hands and makes a couple of plays.
Yeah, we're worried about how much can Pella Christian's defense bend. They keep bending, and they do it again. But a couple big plays from Luke Mulder has forces the punt, and now the Pella Christian offense takes over again, and they'll be looking to sustain a little bit of a longer drive here this time.
Pella has a 35-0 halftime lead on an instant radio update against North Polk, and it's 42-0 PCM has the lead at Sadell. That is a second quarter score. There are a bunch of blowouts tonight on the network. Here's Kakmarinsky. They fake the handoff to Boonder around the left end, and then Kakmarinsky running right gets 1 yard to bring up 2nd and 9. Let's give major credit. You talked about how good the offensive line is. It's the same dudes on the defensive line for I-35. There is nowhere to run for PC.
Yeah, these guys are big and they're awesome. I mean, they're really, really good.
And now
stuffing the run.
2nd down and 9 from the 27-yard line. Eagles left to right, play action fake, slant incomplete. They were looking for Eric Mulder on a play action fake and a quick toss, and Cack airmailed it a little bit, and that is really hard to do with Mulder out there on the edge at 6'7".
Yeah, usually Eric can go up and get him, but Isaac had a little heat on that one and wasn't quite able to make the catch. I love the play call though, a little fake the dive and pull it and try to catch him. Get behind the defensive line.
Now 3rd and 9, Cack. Swing pass, incomplete. They had a pulling guard out trying to lead the way on a swing pass to Boonder, but it's too tall, incomplete. And just like that, the Eagles will have to punt it back away.
Yeah, it's 2 drives here for the Eagles where they really haven't gotten anything going. They're trying to get a little more creative with the play calling, which I like. As they're throwing some different wrinkles out there against I-35, but just pretty good defense, and the execution's not quite there yet from the Eagles offense.
6 minutes, 15 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Pella Christian 14, I-35 6, and the Eagles to punt for the 4th time tonight. End-over-end kick that lands at the 45-yard line, takes a Pella Christian bounce inside the 40, inside the 35, and down to the 34-yard line. That's a 39-yard boot and no return. And with 6:03 remaining in the third quarter, I-35 will start at their own 34-yard line. Folks, have you tried the new Delivery.com restaurant delivery service in Pella? With great local restaurants like George's, Canaritos, Yamato. That was our dinner tonight here in the press box. Liberty Street Kitchen, Windmill Cafe, and more. You can have fresh food delivered right to your home or business for lunch or dinner. Just like Ashley Toon did. She's our fan of the game, and Ashley has won a $10 gift certificate towards her next order. Try Delivery.com this week, and then listen next week to our broadcast to see if you're the fan of the game, presented by Delivery.com. Now, I-35 was ready to go. They went quickly to the line, but then the officials pulled the old rug out from underneath them and said, no, this is our officials' timeout presented by LG Seeds, and they've got to go over to the sideline. This is one of the new safety protocols. I got to be honest, JD, I'm not sure that this is having any, if the intended effect was, sanitization and, I just, in the games that I have seen this year, I have seen almost none of that. The intention was that during these timeouts, they're supposed to be wiping down helmets and cleats and gloves and all that. And, every once in a while, somebody will give something a token, little rub down. But that's one of the things that's, to me, has just been a complete failure as far as the COVID side of things is concerned.
Yeah, they're trying to find some creative ways to say, hey, we're being safe here. But I tell you what, if you are a Pella Christian, if you're on Pella Christian's defense or you are a lineman for I-35, you will take it.
Yes.
You'll take a break and a drink break anytime you can get it.
Well, and frankly, I wonder if just for the general health and well-being of student athletes, these breaks wouldn't be a good long-term addition to football games, because even in, just up the road, Pella High is playing. They're 3A. They got a lot more kids than either of these teams do. They got a lot of kids that go both ways.
Yeah.
Watch a 4A game. There's a lot of kids. I mean, coaches want their best athletes on the field as much as possible, and a break like this every couple minutes probably isn't a bad idea.
Yeah, I think it really does create a better quality of play out there on the field. Is give those guys a break, allow them to catch their breaths a little bit, change their mindset going from offense to defense. It's all different. So
first down and 10 for I-35 out of the official timeout presented by LG Seeds. It's first down and 10 at the 34-yard line for the Roadrunners, trailing PC by 8. Pump fake on a swing pass, going deep down the field, underthrown, tipped, and then caught on the juggle. It's caught at the 36-yard line, a 30-yard gain for Dustin George.
I-35 needs a big play. That time they get it kind of an unconventional way. That was anybody could have gone up and got that ball as he just kind of threw up a prayer. And Caden and Dyke had as good a chance as anybody and made a nice play on the ball, but I think he ran into his own guy, which popped the ball up in the air, and I-35 is able to run it down.
First down and 10 at the 36-yard line. I-35 back into Eagle territory. Here's a draw play to Cassidy, and he's inside the 35 down to the 33-yard line. By the way, we didn't talk about it much because we went to break. We're going to watch a lot more football before we see a kid make a play like Cassidy did on his touchdown run, JD.
My goodness.
He has the speed, and he is an elusive dude.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up. That was a heck of a play. And that's the only time I-35 has been in the red zone. So they've been in Eagles territory 7 times. They've been in the red zone once.
And now they go back to Cassidy, hops over a defender, and he's down to the 30-yard line for a gain of 3. Those last couple of runs haven't been anything real special, but all of a sudden they're at the 30, and they've got a third down and 4.
And this is exactly the part of the field that Pella Christian has been able to turn it around a little bit. Sometimes it's been a big play, whether, last drive we saw Luke Mulder make a nice play in the backfield. Sometimes I-35 gets a little impatient and starts going to the air and has some struggles there. But these are the big moments here where they're either going to push it into the red zone or they get stalled out.
4 of 9 on third down in the game, and they hand it off to the fullback. He gets a yard, and that's it, and it's 4th down after Chase Darst is dumped at the 29-yard line.
Yeah, I'm trying to make out who made that tackle. They handed it off to Darst, and Darst is the guy who's been done a great job from fullback of opening up some holes. But the Eagles defenders were there and dove right at his legs, and that's what you got to do with a big guy like that.
They had Cassidy coming to the left, and they started, even the quarterback took one step to the left. They wanted to make it look like a run to the left, hand off to the fullback, and the Eagles weren't fooled.
Yeah.
4th down and 3. I-35 is 1 of 4 on 4th downs in this game. Ball's at the 29-yard line, right to left. And it's a quarterback run. First down and more at the 20. Coming to the middle of the field at the 15. And finally, Mulder and Sprunk make the tackle at the 12. And that is a first down for I-35 on a gain of 17.
Man, hand it off to Cassidy. Hand it off to Cassidy. Hand it off to Cassidy. You expect to see it again. Bedwell pulls it out from his belly and follows some blockers. And, boy, he is an athlete, too. He hit that hole really, really hard. Good run there from Bedwell to pick up the first down.
He averages 15 yards per carry coming in, so he can run the ball. They're into the Raceway Tire and Exhaust red zone for the second time tonight. First down and 10 from the 12-yard line, and they go to the ground with Cassidy on a handoff. He gets to the 10, that's it, and he's dropped after a gain of a couple.
Good defense there. Things tighten up when you get inside the 15. They're about at the 10-yard line. It's harder to move the football in this part of the field as the defenders are all up closer to the line of scrimmage. You don't have to worry about a deep safety in this part of the field. So a nice job there from the pursuit by the Eagles.
No gain, they say, for Cassidy, who's got 26 carries, 103 yards unofficially. And now second down and 10 from the 11. Pella Christian 14, I-35 6. Under 3 minutes to go, third quarter. And Bedwell takes the snap and hands it to Cassidy around the left side. And Luke Mulder slings him down all the way back at the 16 for a loss of 6.
There's that big play again from Luke. They ran it to his side. He's always shedding blocks and making plays in the backfield, and that's a big one right there.
You know, JD, we're doing our all-decade team this year, looking back from 2010 to 2019. If there was one defensive player I'd say would be a pretty good bet to make our next all-decade team, boy, Luke Mulder, he's going to be hard to keep off.
Yeah.
He is having a monster senior season for the Eagles. Here's a snap to Bedwell. And a swing pass to the far side. That wide receiver screen does not work. It's a loss of 5. Cody Boyle made the catch of the 21, and he's tackled right there.
Yeah, I think that was Drew Gaedings. He read that play all the way, able to wrap him up, and there was nothing going on. And we got 4th and 20.
Yeah, they need the 1. They got down to the 11, and it was no gain, loss of 5, loss of 5, and it's 4th and 20 from the 21.
Well, we've been here before.
Yes, we have. Final play of the first half is what it was. And it was a drop pass that could have been an I-35 touchdown. Here it's 4th and 20. Bedwell takes a snap, play action fake, looking over the middle, under pressure, fires it towards the 5, and it's intercepted. It's picked off and returned out to the 14-yard line. May have been better off dropping it, but Bennett Sprunk seals the drive with the INT.
I laugh because, yeah, he would have been better off dropping it, but if you're a defensive back with an opportunity to pick it off, they're going to pick it off.
So Bennett Sprunk has had an opportunity to throw the ball, and he threw it on offense, and he's had an opportunity to pick one off, and he picked it off. And, JD, you and I would have done the same thing in both situations.
And he's caught a touchdown, which is probably what he should do. We want to see a lot more of that. So
1:26 remaining in the third quarter, and Pella Christian will start at the 13-yard line. And even that said, Bennett, he could have returned that further than the 13. There was some room to run. So
yeah, you never know.
Was not a bad interception, but as it turns out, it cost them 8 yards, but whatever. We're off the field on defense, and let's see if the offense can get it going after a couple of 3-and-outs in the quarter. Pump fake. Kakmarinsky going deep for Mulder, and it's just out of his reach at the 40-yard line on the far side of the field.
Yeah, couldn't quite make that connection with Mulder. Pretty decent ball from Isaac Kakmarinsky. He's done a nice job of he puts the ball in a spot where he gives his guy a chance and keeps it away from the defense. That time he just threw it a little bit too far.
Let's give you a Stravers Cellular game reset. Pella Christian 14, I-35 6. 1 minute, 21 seconds remaining in the third quarter, and the Eagles have a 2nd down and 11 at their own 13-yard line. That is a Stravers Cellular game reset, and now there's a whistle and a flag movement up front. Who jumped first? This is only our 2nd penalty of the game. We're late third quarter.
That's outstanding. This has truly been a fun game to watch. It's been clean, not a lot of turnovers, just that one.
Yep, that's a penalty on I-35, a 5-yard offsides penalty to bring up 2nd and 5. The Eagles have negative 10 yards of offense in this third quarter on 7 plays. Kakmarinsky looking to throw, rolling near side right, fires, nearly intercepted. That was Christian Roque who got his hands up on Kakmarinsky's pass. I just don't know. Isaac was looking to the next level. He didn't see Roque underneath, who almost picked it off.
Yeah, they were close there. What's interesting is that we talked at halftime expecting Pella Christian to try to establish the run, and they've come out in the second half, and each one of their drives, they're going to the air primarily. It's almost like they're conceding the fact that the running game's going to be hard. Let's try to make some big plays through the air.
3rd and 5, and Kakmarinsky keeps it on a zone read, and he lost yards.
Yeah, he is swallowed up there in the backfield. Nowhere to go. That defensive line from I-35 makes another play there in the backfield. Those guys are tough.
JD, we've run 9 plays, 3 3-and-outs for PC. Kakmarinsky is 0 of 5, and he's run it / been sacked 4 times for negative 13 yards.
Yeah.
So the offense, it's not only non-existent, it's negative in this third quarter for Pella Christian. No offense would be better than what we've gotten, unfortunately. But the Eagles lead 14-6. Punt team is on. Punt is away. Cassidy standing at the 50, lets it drop, and it takes a nice roll down around the 40-yard line. They'll touch it down at the 41. It's a 34-yard punt, no return, and I-35 with 20 seconds remaining in the third quarter will take over 1st and 10 from their own 41. They have had 7 previous drives. All of them, every single one of them has gotten into Eagle territory. This one seems a sure bet to do it again, and they've only got 1 touchdown on the board.
That's honestly incredible. I mean, I don't know if I've ever seen anything like it.
I mean, it is the ultimate bend but don't break. And you just hope that there's more bend in the Eagles defense. Here's a right side toss to Cassidy up near the 45, and he drags the pile to the 46-yard line for a 5-yard gain. This is the third time he's been over 100 yards in this game, and he's bounced back under 100 yards because of Luke Mulder each of the previous 2 times. Right now, 28 carries, 103 yards, and that's the final play of the third quarter. Pella Christian 14, I-35 6, 12 minutes of regulation to go, live inside the Pella Real Estate Services radio broadcast booth.
It's almost hard to believe, but we're playing high school football this fall in Iowa, and the Guru has been gearing up all summer long. Tune in to KNIA and KRLS every football Friday night as Kurt DeYoung goes head-to-head with our experts to pick the winners of our local high school football games as part of Pick'em, presented by DeYoung Door Service. Then tune in after the games are over for the scoreboard show to see how we all did.
Hi, this is Kurt DeYoung. We're the gurus of garage doors, DeYoung Door Service in Pella.
Working within her budget, Mike Blom with Cabinet Design of Pella and Wood Harbor Cabinetry was able to create the kitchen of Heidi Van Habert's dreams.
Mike came into our home and helped us draw up our plans for our kitchen, and after he drew those up and we agreed on something, then we spent time in his showroom looking at various products. He said, we can make anything work. Let's just see what you want, and then we will find something to fit into your budget.
Cabinet Design of Pella with our written 100% satisfaction guarantee.
Pella Christian 14, I-35 6, as we welcome you back inside of our Pella Real Estate Services radio broadcast booth. Trevor Castle, J.D. Bohr with you live on KNIA-KRLS.com. And I-35 has a 2nd down and 5 on the first play of the fourth quarter. Roadrunners are moving from left to right, white jerseys, red numerals, blue helmet. Pella Christian in their maroon and gold defending the south goal here on Eagle Lane. And it's a run for the quarterback, Bedwell. Started left, tried to bounce it outside left, now cuts it back to the middle, and he does an army crawl forward to the 49-yard line to pick up 3 yards.
Yeah, it's going to set up a 3rd and 1 here for I-35. And, as we get started here in the fourth quarter, we've had all of our scoring happen in the second quarter. We had a scoreless first quarter, a scoreless third quarter. I got to imagine something's going to happen here in the fourth quarter, and it's going to be a fun one.
Eagles clinging to an 8-point lead. They've not trailed in this game. They were up 7-zip on a Cody Boonder 2-yard run. Then I-35 answered to make it 7-6. They missed the PAT, and Bennett Sprunk's 54-yard touchdown made it 14-6. Cassidy on a toss to the left side. Did not get it. No gain, and it's 4th and 2.
Great pursuit there by the Eagles, as a couple different Eagles were there to take him down right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up a 4th and 1.
A couple of instant radio updates. It's PCM 56, Sadell 0 at the half.
Yikes.
And Indianola leads Urbandale 21-12. JD, they got a 60-yard halfback pass touchdown. And remember, they ran a fake punt earlier in the game. Yeah. Indians pulling out all the stops. Here, 4th and 1. Eagles defense trying to make a big stand right at midfield. Bedwell goes under center. Toss right side to Cassidy. Turns the corner. Hit at the 50. Spins his way forward and did not get it. The Eagles hold just across midfield. They'll take over on downs.
He's short. What a defensive stand there from the Eagles as they're finally able to keep him. I don't know. Do we call that Eagles territory?
Look at that ball, JD. About 2/3 of it is in PC territory, so they crossed the 50.
Give it to them. 8 for 8.
They needed the 49, didn't get enough.
But this one, that's an offense. Or you just don't see that too often. As I-35 has moved the ball so well on the ground. It's 3rd and 1, and we're thinking here, man, they're going to get this, right?
Yes.
I mean, they've been able to move the ball so well. But 2 big-time plays from the Eagles defense. Now the offense takes the field, and they got a chance to go up 2 scores.
Pella Christian 14, I-35 6. 10 minutes, 31 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter. Invite you to tune in tonight on either KNIA or KRLS for the PPI Football Friday Night Radio Scoreboard Show. We'll have highlights from all of our games. We'll take a look at scores from around Central Iowa, and we'll look ahead to next week. Reports from all of our games as well. Ton of stuff to get to tonight on the PPI Football Friday Night Radio Scoreboard Show, and we have a timeout. Pella Christian with the score 14-6 in favor of the Eagles. Boy, third quarter for Pella Christian, negative 13 yards It's been all Isaac Kakmarinsky in this quarter. He's thrown it 5 times, 0 for 5, run it 4 times, lost 13 yards, and really none of that is his fault. It's just been the pressure that this Roadrunner defensive front has put on the Eagles.
Yeah, this is, man, it's just 2 really good defenses battling it out here in this game. And I love the mindset here that the Eagles are going to have, as even though they have the lead, it's 14-6. But their backs have kind of been against the wall here in the second half, where it feels like, man, we're just hanging on. We're hanging on. Well, now it's time to change that a little bit. We got the ball, and we got an opportunity to go up 2 scores.
And it's in midfield.
Let's go make that play.
Ball's at the 50. We're out of the Pella Christian timeout. They spread the field with 5 wide receivers. Kakmarinsky sends Boonder in motion. Fake to Boonder. Quick pass to Mulder on the slant route, and he's down to the 44-yard line. That's a gain of 6. A little positive move for the Eagles on the first play of the drive.
Yeah, it's not a lot, right? It's 6 yards, and you can say, well, I mean, what does that really do? But it's positive momentum. That's the best play we've had here in the second half. And now you're just trying to build off of it a little bit and maybe get the ground game going, or the playbook opens up here with 2nd and short.
And it allows you to try to get some tempo going. You can't do it if you're not moving the ball. 2nd down and 4 from the 44-yard line of I-35, and Boonder on the carry. He's got the first down as he spins his way across the 40 down to the 39 for a gain of 5.
Yeah, you made a great point right there about tempo. I've noticed when I-35 has the ball, they've been slowing down a little bit. They have not played into the 4th quarter yet this year. They've been running score in all of their games. And now the Eagles are going to want to pick up the tempo to keep the pressure on them.
3 receivers right, 1 to the left. Eagles from right to left, leading 14-6. Isaac Kakmarinsky, the sophomore quarterback. Swing pass to Boonder to the far side of the field. Cuts it back at the 35. Flags come flying in at the 31-yard line. For a moment, it's a 7-yard gain. But I heard right next door is the I-35 coaches. We could hear him pretty clearly, JD. Hold. And a flag came flying. That's got to be on the Eagles.
Yeah. Let's check the call here.
And that's a hold on PC.
Yeah, I love the play call. They go a little swing pass there to Cody Boonder. Cody's a good athlete. He can really make some plays with the ball in his hands. And they got him in space that time. But unfortunately, it's going to be moving back.
1st and 15.
Back to the 43. So we got 1st and 15 here for the Eagles.
And based on the offense that we got in the 3rd quarter, this would be dire straits, but at least getting a little something going in a positive direction here in the 4th quarter and leading 14-6. The Eagles have a 1st and 15 at the 43-yard line. Kakmarinsky on a long count takes the snap, hands it off to Boonder, trying to get around the left side, breaks 1 tackle in the backfield and a 2nd, lowers his shoulder. It takes 3 white-shirted defenders to bring him down at the 39-yard line. A hard-running 5 yards for Cody Boonder.
Yeah, 5 yards, but he earned it. He earned all 5 of those, as it could have been a negative 5-yard rush. But he's able to break not 1 but 2 tackles to set up a 2nd and manageable now. Okay, you feel like, okay, we got a chance here. Couple different plays here to move the ball and move the chains.
And the clock continues to run with 8 minutes and 37 seconds remaining in the 4th quarter. Let's give you a Stravers Cellular game reset. It's 2nd down and 11. The ball is at the I-35, 39-yard line. Ball's on the left hash. Eagles moving from right to left, up by 8. That is a Stravers Cellular game reset. Kakmarinsky on a right side roll, takes off, looking to run at the 35-30. Kakmarinsky 25, and he's inside the 25, down to the 23-yard line. That's a gain of 16. Move the chains.
Big play there, Isaac Kakmarinsky. I think he had, maybe some miscommunication, something weird went on in the backfield there. But Kak has some wheels. He's able to turn it up to the right side, pick up a nice 1st down, get the chains moving, and now the Eagles are knocking on the door. Trying to blow this thing open just a little bit.
Ball is at the 23-yard line. Eagles have a 14-6 lead. I-35's defense trying to keep them in the game, keep it a 1-score ball game. Kakmarinsky out of the shotgun as Boonder to his left. Kak takes a snap, rolls left, looks left, throws left. Catch is made by Bennett Sprunk, and he's taken out of bounds at the 17-yard line into the Raceway Tire and Exhaust red zone. Good for a gain of 6.
Nice little play there. Kakmarinsky does a nice job rolling out to the left. He's able to make some of those throws. I tell you what, those are not easy throws to make. Puts that one on the money for Sprunk. Nice little gain as, like you said, the Eagles move into the red zone.
Ball's at the 17-yard line, right to left for PC. The Eagles lead it 14-6. Kakmarinsky has Boonder to his right. Hands it off to Cody, running up the middle. Big hole inside the 10, and he's slung down at the 8-yard line. That's good for a gain of 6 yards. First and goal coming up for PC.
Man, Cody Boonder gets bright eyes there, as that's the biggest hole he's probably seen tonight. Working off of the right guard there, he had Grant Olsom at center and Logan Zylstra opening up a nice hole, and he was able to take it, moving the chains. Now we got first and goal.
That is a 10-yard run for Cody Boonder, and first and goal coming up at the 7 inside of the Raceway Tire and Exhaust red zone. Mulder is wide left, 3 receivers to the right. One-on-one for the 6'7" Mulder. Kakmarinsky out of the shotgun, takes a snap, fakes to Boonder, goes to Mulder, and it slips through his fingertips of the goal line. Mulder knows he should have had that one incomplete.
Yeah, just a little bit high there from Isaac as he tried to find Eric there on first down. Last time they got into this position, Cody Boonder put the ball, or they gave it to Boonder twice, and he was able to find the end zone. We'll see if they go back to him now.
Second and goal from the 7.
On second down.
Pella Christian has not kicked a field goal this year, but Jake Fancher is perfect on extra points. We'll see what they do if they get into that position. It's Boonder. They don't need it. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Eagles. Cody Boonder, a 7-yard score.
There's the senior Cody Boonder hitting another hole really, really hard. Puts it in the end zone. Big time play for the Eagles. And now it's a 2-score game. I mean, that was the momentum shift, the big stop on fourth down. The Eagles move right down the field, put it back into the end zone. That's a big time play, or big time drive there from PC.
That is a 50-yard drive, taking advantage of the fourth down stop by the defense. It takes 3 minutes and 28 seconds. And now Fancher with the extra point. It's up and good. And Pella Christian has a 21-6 lead. We've got 7 minutes and 3 seconds to go, and Pella Christian leads by 15 live inside the Pella Real Estate Services radio broadcast booth.
Mow big lawns in less time with Toro zero-turn riding mowers. They feature Pro DNA, giving you the same quality cut and reliability as commercial mowers for a professional-looking lawn. And Toro's unique MyRide suspension system keeps you comfortable over the roughest terrain. Visit your local Toro dealer for your time-saving Toro zero-turn mower at the Ryder Lawn Equipment, 604 Oskaloosa Street in Pella.
At Lely, we continue to provide the latest innovations for the dairy industry. Our robotic milking systems put more milk in the tank with less effort. Our robotic feeding systems provide optimal feed efficiency for a healthy and productive herd. And we have a line of innovative barn products that create an animal-friendly environment focused on the cow's well-being and comfort. Lely, a worldwide pioneer in dairy farm automation, with our North American headquarters right here in Pella, is proud to be a part of the community.
We're live inside of the Pella Real Estate Services radio broadcast booth on KNIACareWithUs.com. Trevor Castle, J.D. Bohr, and the kickoff by Pella Christian goes out of bounds. So the Roadrunners will get the ball with good field position, but they trail 21-6. And Pella Christian fans are starting to sense a big district victory here tonight, J.D.
Yeah, the momentum certainly has shifted in the favor of the Eagles. And you said good field position. Why don't we just put the ball in the Eagles' territory? Let's get that out of the way. Is it 8 now?
8 for 8. They've had it 8 times. They've been in Eagle territory all 8 drives. And this one for I-35 starts at the 35. 7:03 to go in the ball game, but Pella Christian now has a crucial 2-score lead, 21-6. Bedwell takes the shotgun snap, rolls to the right, under heavy pressure, looks downfield, catch is made at midfield, and well, let's make it 9 for 9, JD, as that catch by Dustin George for 16 yards moves it to the Eagle 49-yard line.
Yeah, this is certainly a position that I-35 has not been in yet this season, as they're down by 2 scores. It's a team that's ran the ball really well, but now they're going to have to do it through the air. And, you know, they're showing early on there as Bedwell makes a nice throw that maybe they're going to have the ability to move the ball that way too.
First down and 10 at the 49-yard line for I-35. They're in Eagle territory. Bedwell wants to throw, under pressure, rolling right. 3 Eagles are there. He escapes away from it, goes to the far side of the field, launches it to the sideline, and it's caught at the 30 and out of bounds right there for a 19-yard gain. What an individual effort by Bedwell, and he eventually found Cody Boyle for 19 yards.
Yeah, there was a point there where 3 Eagles all got past the offensive line, and Bedwell outran all of them and was still able to keep his eyes down the field and makes a heck of a throw. And that's just tough. You got to find a way to put pressure on the quarterback, try to make a big play. But now, once again, here we are as the Roadrunners have moved the ball into Eagles territory.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line, left to right, down I-35 trailing PC 21-6. Bedwell pressured again, steps up, hit at the 30, inside the 25, and down to the 23-yard line. Pella Christian getting some pressure, but Bedwell showing some escapability, JD.
Yeah, Logan Kelderman was able to work the left edge and got around the offensive line and had Bedwell in his sights. But Bedwell outran him, ran out away from him and was able to move it upfield and really make a nice gain out of it.
6 minutes and 16 seconds and counting left in this game. I-35 trails Pella Christian 21-6. And the Roadrunners have it 2nd down and 3 at the 23. Bedwell takes the snap, rolls right. Quick pass, caught at the 20, turns it upfield and tackled immediately at the 19, but that is enough for a 1st down on a 4-yard gain to Cade Ward.
Yeah, good job there by both teams as I-35 was able to pick up a nice 1st down, and I thought Joe Deal and the rest of the Eagles secondary did a good job of keeping them in front of him and wrapping up and making a tackle.
Into the Raceway Tire and Exhaust red zone, I-35 has a 1st down and 10 at the 19-yard line. We've got an instant radio update. It's Indianola 27, Urbandale 18. The Indians smelling upset late 3rd quarter. 1st and 10 here for I-35 at the 19. Play action fake. Bedwell heading to the screen for Cassidy, and Boonder blows it up back at the 25-yard line. Or is that?
Yeah,
that's Boonder, yep. And it's a big loss of 7 all the way back to the 26.
Man, that is an awesome play because Cody Boonder was the only one that snuffed that screen out. And he came all the way from his middle linebacker spot, came all the way to the sideline to wrap him up and makes a big tackle. And you don't see too often that you complete a pass and lose 7 yards, but here we are.
That's Cassidy's first catch of the year. When they run the screen game, it's usually to one of their other backs or a wide receiver. 2nd down and long. Bedwell goes, tap, nearly intercepted as Boonder again. That time making the play in coverage.
Yeah, Cody Boonder's already put the ball in the end zone twice from his running back position. But he's the leading tackler on the Eagles defense. And that's 2 big-time plays in a row that he's made with a tackle in the backfield. And this time he drops into his zone and is able to get up and knock that ball down.
3rd down and long in obvious 4-down territory for I-35 because they trail by 15, 4:47 to go in the game. They need the 9. They're at the 26. Bedwell to throw for it. Steps up, Mulder giving chase. Bedwell throws to the end zone. Overthrown, incomplete. 4th down as his target, Dustin George, couldn't climb the ladder.
Yeah, good job there from the pursuit. Luke Mulder forced him out of the pocket. Now you get 4th and 16. If you're the Eagles, you're pinning your ears back. You got to get some pressure on the quarterback. You can't allow him to just sit in there, and the secondary's got to shore up and just play deep. Deep is deep. Keep everything in front of you, be able to wrap up and make a tackle. You don't want anything crazy to happen here.
In case you missed it, presented by the veterinarians at Tri-County Veterinary Clinic, this is the 9th I-35 drive of the game. They've all gone into Eagle territory. They have 1 score, and now it's 4th and 17. Bedwell steps up, fires to the end zone, overthrown, incomplete, but there's a flag in the end zone.
I tell you what, if they're going to call this an interference.
That ball was well overthrown. The question you could ask, though, JD, is was it so far overthrown because the receiver was held?
Man.
And they say interference on the Eagles, which will keep the drive alive.
I hate to pick on the refs because these guys have a tough job. But that's a really, really tough call for Pella Christian because I didn't really see interference there. I thought there was 2 guys that were running side by side, and not only that, you mentioned it. Was the ball really catchable?
Not where he was. Now the only thing would be if you could make the argument. I didn't see the whole route, if the interference is what held the route up from being a catchable ball.
Well, this is interesting. I thought it would be an automatic first down, but apparently in high school it's still fourth down.
So 4th and 2 from the 11. Another 4th down try for I-35 after the pass interference penalty. Bedwell, quarterback run, first down, parting of the gold and maroon seas, and Bedwell is in for an 11-yard touchdown, I-35.
The Eagles' pursuit hurt him again there, as there was actually a couple linebackers and linemen who had made their way into the backfield, and Bedwell just ran right by it. They just didn't fill their holes. They didn't fill up the gaps. Man, that's a tough break there for the Eagles.
As that ball was in the air, it was like, all right, this game is over.
Yeah, right.
And then there's an interference penalty called. Then they get the touchdown, and now I-35 going for 2 to make it a 7-point game. Big 2-point conversion here. Bedwell, same play, then he cuts it left. He's stopped, and the Eagles hold on a 2-point try. It's Mulder making the play, and the Eagles still lead by 9.
That's a huge play. Luke Mulder's able to, that time they filled their gaps. He tried to bounce it outside, and Luke Mulder says nope, and there's nowhere to go.
21-12, Pella Christian, a 9-point lead, and we'll be back inside the Pella Real Estate Services radio broadcast booth right after this.
Hey Frank, you want to volunteer with me this weekend?
Yeah, sure. I have to catch up with Bank Iowa. We're having a competition.
What are you talking about?
Last year, Bank Iowa employees logged over 12,000 volunteer hours, and they're my bank, so I have to keep up.
That's not how Giving Back or Bank Iowa works. It's not a competition. Plus, 12,000 hours is like 500 days. You would never catch up.
Well, I like a challenge. I'm going to eat, sleep, and breathe volunteering. Every little bit counts. Bank Iowa. Need help in your community? Let's make it happen. Visit us at bankiowa.bank, member FDIC.
The City of Pella reminds residents of lawn maintenance regulations. City code states that growths of grass or weeds in excess of 8 inches shall be determined a nuisance. It is also unlawful to deposit grass or lawn debris into a street or alley. Property owners are also responsible for trimming tree limbs and shrubs that may overhang streets and sidewalks. City staff would like to encourage everyone to do their part in abiding by the regulations, which will help keep our community safe and looking its best. This message has been brought to you by the City of Pella.
And on the kickoff, onside kick attempt by I-35, Pella Christian recovers as we welcome you back inside of our Pella Real Estate Services radio broadcast booth. I-35 was going to need something like that to go in their favor with a 9-point game. 21-12, Pella Christian will have it at their own 47-yard line.
Yeah, a couple things to point out here. First off, Trevor Veenstra, a great job on the heads-up play on the kick return as he's able to recover the onside kick. But those extra points, the first extra point that they missed, and you mentioned this, right when I showed up, you mentioned that could be a big play, and you spoke it into existence, as now the Eagles have the ball, but they gave up the touchdown, but they still have a 2-score lead.
How different is this game? Man. 2-score game versus a 1-score game. It is monstrous. Now Boonder straight up the gut. Boonder off to the races. He's finally drug at the 30 and taken down to the 29-yard line. That's good for 24.
Yeah, the crowd's getting up on their feet cheering for that one. Big play there from Cody Boonder. You love when you can give the ball to your senior and he can, at this point, about 4 minutes, they're trying to milk this one away and pick up some first downs. Great run there to start the drive.
Ball is at the 29-yard line. Let's say congratulations, Lisa Gronendijk of Lighton. That last Cody Boonder touchdown on the previous drive. You've won 50 cents on your Hy-Vee Fuel Saver card. And Eagle fans, we invite you to stop by the Pella Hy-Vee and register at customer service for your chance to win, just like Lisa Gronendijk in the Hy-Vee Fuel Saver Radio Touchdown Challenge. First and 10 of the 29. Eagles go back to the ground with Boonder, and he is speared down at the 30-yard line for a loss of 1.
Yeah, that's big number 68, Vonamy there to wrap him up and make the tackle in the backfield. That one's going to hurt a little bit. But you see in the Eagles, they're slowing down. Okay, we got 3.5 minutes to go. Right now they're talking about ball control, keep the clock moving, stay in bounds. Hopefully we can pick up some first downs. But the clock, we need to keep the clock moving.
I-35 does have all 3 of its timeouts remaining. PCHS fakes it to Boonder, runs it straight ahead, gets 1. That's it. It'll be 3rd and 11. And right now it's not as much about points as it is, as you're talking about, JD, just burning the clock.
Yeah, you want to burn the clock. You want to make sure you're bringing that play clock down every single time you snap the ball, and so far they've done an awesome job with that. The coaching staff is on top of it, waiting a little bit to bring the play on, or to call the play. I'm a little bit surprised that I-35 isn't using some of those timeouts.
I'm with you on that, JD. I guess, when you're down 9, you're just in such a precarious spot.
Yeah.
I don't know that there's a right or a wrong answer. 3rd down and long. Kakmarinsky on a left side roll. Looking downfield. Fires. Juggled. Incomplete. And that'll save I-35 one of those timeouts. It sets up 4th down and 11.
Yeah, Isaac was looking for Eric Mulder there. A little bit of a risky play maybe in that position. He almost had him. But honestly, I would have liked to see him just keep the ball in the ground.
I was surprised that that's what they did. I suppose if it's a rollout like that and somebody's wide open,
right.
Otherwise, I think Isaac would have been better off just running, even if, get a yard, lose a yard, whatever, but burn either 30 more seconds or burn a timeout.
Yeah, clock stops. On 4th down, they'll go to the air here.
4th down and 11 from the 30, and they hand it off to Spronk, or to Boonder, rather.
Yeah.
And he gets 2. And that doesn't keep the clock rolling because it stops for the change of possession as I-35 holds on downs.
Yeah, a little bit surprised there with the decision making, but regardless, here we are.
So I-35 will take over at their own 28-yard line. We've got an officials timeout presented by LG Seeds. They'll take over at the 28-yard line. 2 minutes and 14 seconds to go in the ball game. Let's recap the scoring while we have a quick moment. Pella Christian got a Cody Boonder 2-yard run to go ahead 7-0 just into the second quarter. And then a dazzling 19-yard Logan Cassidy touchdown run got I-35 on the board. They missed the extra point, so it was 7-6 Eagles. Then Bennett Sprunk just a minute later with a 54-yard touchdown catch for PC to go up 14-6. Middle of the fourth quarter before Cody Boonder with a 7-yard run to make it 21-6. Then I-35 scored on an 11-yard touchdown run by their quarterback Bedwell, but they missed the 2-point conversion, and it's still a 2-score game, 21-19. Teams are back on the field out of the official timeout presented by LG Seeds.
Yeah, there's about 73 yards in front of the Roadrunners here if they want to put one in the end zone, but they're going to have to move quickly to do so.
And they run a reverse wide receiver pass. Nobody open, so the receiver takes off to run with it. That's Cade Ward, and he is dumped for his efforts for a loss of 3 yards.
Yeah, a couple of seniors with a disciplined play there, as Caden Van Dyke did not get caught up with what was happening in the backfield. He stayed with his man, so excellent job there, and Cody Boonder was able to wrap him up and make the tackle. I don't think the clock started. So a little bit extra time there for the Roadrunners.
Well,
the officials they're trying to figure this one out.
JD, when I looked at the clock, I write down at the beginning of every drive where the drive starts and how much time was on the clock. I wrote down the 28-yard line and 2 minutes and 14 seconds. I looked up after that play and it said 2 minutes and 20 seconds. I don't know how that happens.
Something certainly happened there. I think some coaches on the Eagles sideline picked it up, and they were not happy that the clock wasn't running because it was a running play.
Yeah, I mean, and it was a double reverse wide receiver, should have been passed, took off, and I mean, that's a play that took 12 seconds.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, we should be around 2 minutes and the clock running, and the benefit here for I-35 is that the clock is stopped and they know a play they want to run, and as soon as the official whistles it, they just get to snap it. So I don't know if the officials will run any time off the clock here or not.
Yeah, both teams are going to get a breather here as the officials are working both sidelines to explain what's going on here. Looks like they put 2 minutes on the clock now. So
that's about right. I had it at 2:14, and that play should have taken about that.
Yeah.
Quick instant radio update. Indianola at the end of the third quarter leads Urbandale, number 2 in 4A, 27-18. So the Indians smelling a big-time upset tonight. All right, so as you said, JD, 2 minutes on the clock, 21-12. Pella Christian leads by 9. I-35 has a second down and 13 back at their own 25-yard line from left to right. Late stages, fourth quarter. Bedwell to throw. Fires over the middle. What a catch at the 40-yard line. That'll move the chains. He's tackled at the 43 off the end of his fingers. Cody Boyle just snatches that one back in for 23 yards.
Great ball from Bedwell. Great catch from Boyle. I was looking downfield and I thought, man, there's nothing open. But he was able to sneak one in there.
Now Bedwell out of the shotgun, takes the snap, wants to throw. Looking left, under pressure, steps up to run, runs into the back of one of his own linemen, and then Mulder grabs him by the jersey and slings him down. Back at the 41-yard line, a loss of 2 and a sack for Mulder.
Luke Mulder grabs him by his jersey, twirled him around, tossed him to the ground. I don't think he grabbed anything but his jersey, but that's a sack for Luke, and he's a guy who's gotten a few more sacks throughout this year, and I think he's chasing some records. Great play there by Luke.
A 3-yard loss, a timeout called by I-35. And let's take a look at the Marion County Bank radio scoreboard. Latest updates from all the games on the network. Pella 35, North Polk 7 in the third quarter. At the end of the third quarter, Nevada leading Knoxville 50-0. Indianola 27-18 lead over second-ranked Urbandale at the end of the third quarter. Pleasantville, who we'll see in 2 weeks over in Pleasantville, a 48-6 lead against Central Decatur, and PCM had a 56-0 halftime lead at Sadell. That is the Marion County Bank radio scoreboard. Marion County's financial leader is Marion County Bank. With offices in Pella, Knoxville, and Melcher Dallas, they're serving you and building community across the county. Second down and 13. Bedwell to throw. Steps up. Fires towards the far side of the field. And it's caught! Threading the needle inside the 30 and down to the 25-yard line.
And there's no give up in these Roadrunners as they're able to make a couple nice throws, nice catches to move the ball. And now you said it, 25-yard line as they're trying to punch one in here.
That was a 35-yard gain. Bedwell to throw again from the 25. Steps up, gets by Mulder, takes off to run to the 20, angling to the far sideline, but he stays in bounds at the 18-yard line. The clock should continue to run with 1:06 to go. They're into the Raceway Tire and Exhaust red zone on a 7-yard gain.
Yeah, good job by Ian Stravers and Isaac Kakmarinsky to keep him in bounds. Under a minute to go here.
Second down and 3. Bedwell takes a snap, looking over the middle, rolling out to the right side, fires to the end zone, tipped, incomplete. It went off the hand of Dustin George on the second E of Eagles in the south end zone. Incomplete. It'll be 3rd and 3.
Yeah, Bedwell had George open there, just put it out of his reach, but he was almost able to grab that one and put it in the end zone.
First final score of the night, Pleasantville 48 and Central Decatur 6. So the 8th-ranked Trojans go to 4-0. And another instant radio update. Indianola's lead against Urbandale trimmed to 6, 27-21. Here, Pella Christian leads I-35 21-12. 44 seconds to go in the game, and I-35 has a 3rd down and 3 at the Eagle 18-yard line, moving from left to right. 3 receivers left, 1 to the right. Bedwell has Cassidy to his right, takes a snap, quarterback draw. Bedwell straight ahead. He's inside the 15, down to the 14. First down, Roadrunners.
Yeah, with 37 seconds on the clock, the clock's going to stop as they move the chains, but I-35 is going to have to move quickly. They're going to, in a 2-score game, that's why these extra points are so important. They need to put one in the end zone, and then they need to onside kick and get the ball again.
30 seconds remaining in the game. 1st and 10 from the 14. Bedwell to throw. Looking over the middle, nobody there. Rolls out left. Wants to throw. Pressured. Gets away from a defender. And another one. Rolling right. Throws from the 15. Wide open in the back of the end zone, but George fell down. Incomplete. 17 seconds burn off the clock, and there's only 13 seconds left.
Chase Bedwell looks like he's playing flag football back there, just dancing around as a quarterback. Man, that is awesome. That kid, he's a heck of a competitor. You can see he's exhausted. He put a nice ball up in the air that probably should have been caught.
And the only problem with all of that is I just don't even know that there's enough time, JD.
Yeah.
Now you got to, because as you said a moment ago, you got to score, get an onside kick, and score again. And there's only 13 seconds left in the game. 21-12 Eagles. Second down from the 14-yard line. I-35 snap to Bedwell. Looking left, rolling right. Takes off to run. 10, 5, cut back, end zone, touchdown I-35. 14-yard Jace Bedwell run.
Man, give Jace Bedwell some credit. Man, that kid has played his heart out here tonight. He's done an awesome job on the ground. He's got a couple touchdowns now on the ground. He's done a nice job putting the ball in the air. This one, barring something crazy on an onside kick, may not mean anything putting that ball in the end zone, but still an incredible effort there from Chase Bedwell.
That was a 72-yard drive. Took 2 minutes and 9 seconds, paid off by Bedwell's second rushing touchdown of the game and his third of the season. And they line up to go for two. 21-18, Pella Christian leads. Bedwell under center, toss to the left side for Cassidy, trying to get the corner. We saw this exact same situation 2 weeks ago. Pella and Harlan, each team scored 3 touchdowns. One of them made all their extra points. The other one didn't. 21-18.
Man, you can, as a fan at home, you can say, man, these coaches keep talking about the kicking game and punts and special teams and kickers. Man, why do kickers, in the NFL, you're thinking, man, why do kickers matter that much? Well, here's why. I mean, that truly what happened in the second quarter when they missed an extra point, it was 7-6, and it has completely changed the trajectory of this game. And, man, I tell you what, Trevor, props to you, man. I mean, you called that right at the beginning of the game, that extra points are going to matter in this one.
Well, you suspect it's going to be a close game, and then you start to try to figure out what are some things that could possibly make the difference. And right now, I'm glad that our kickers made all of his. Yeah. And frankly, you look at it, and they've been good kicking this year. Okay, coming in, I-35 10 of 14, but that one miss just set him behind the 8 ball for the whole game.
Yep, and here's the onside kick.
Onside kick coming. It's headed to the far side of the field, takes a big hop. Does it get to 10 yards? Yes. Does it go out of bounds? Yes. And that should be the ball game.
Yep.
It was running parallel to the 48-yard line on I-35 side of the field, and their players alertly just stood there. They knew they couldn't go touch the ball, and it eventually hopped out of bounds. And Pella Christian will take one knee, and they're going to pick up a big district victory to go to 2-2.
Yeah, you have a ranked Roadrunner team come in here, and I tell you what, I mean, They've won all 3 of their first games. They won them by a lot, right? So you said, man, we don't really know what I-35 is. I think they proved tonight that they're a good team. I mean, this is too
physical, got some speed at the skill positions, and a quarterback that can make plays.
Yeah, and Pella Christian's exactly the opposite, right? They've lost a couple games, played some really good teams. They got on track last week, but they proved something tonight too by showing out and coming out with a victory here.
Kakmarinsky hands it off to Boonder. He's taken down at the 49-yard line. And that's the final play of the ball game. Each team scores 3 touchdowns, but Pella Christian makes its extra points, and the Eagles win 21-18. We've got our Cabinet Design of Pella radio postgame show coming up on KNIA, KRLS.com.
Hi, this is Brian Vandal.